welcome back to MD Global Muscle here at the Rise Me Studio with me, your host, Giles Thomas. And finally, we got Mohamed Foda all the way from Dubai.
Yeah, finally.
Finally! Yay! Oh my God. And also, we've got Derrick back in as producer as well for the day, a bit of a co-host as well, so he'll be chipping in as well from time to time. Mohamed, thank you so much, because like I said, we tried to get you on last week.
Anytime, bro.
And you're here now, and you speak English, and everything looks great, so thank you for joining us.
Yeah. I can speak Arabic as well.
Please don't. Please don't. Right, now, Mohamed, now I've been following you since, I think, 2018.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us about how you turned pro and kind of, well, basically, yeah, how you turned pro?
Oh, yeah, okay. So I started the game with Patrick Tower. You know Patrick Tower?
Yeah.
I started with him, and he believed in me. He believed in my ability, and he was the first to tell me that I'm going to be something in the future. He said, actually, you have the potential, and I think you'll be one of the best bodybuilders in the world. Mm-hmm. And he helped me, by the way, for free. I'm so thankful for him.
Wow. Did he?
Yeah. He didn't charge me for anything.
Oh, wow.
And he haven't charged me for coaching. Actually, he was with me 24 hours. And I was with him for like 2 years. Yes, I was working for him for 2 years.
Yep.
So he was the first to turn my mindset from amateur bodybuilding to be a professional bodybuilder. He was the first, and with him actually I get bigger and bigger, and we competed for the first show in Lebanon.
Yep.
And I got my pro card there.
Okay.
This was 2018.
Yeah, because I actually featured you in a different show. In a different show. Sorry, one sec. Can you turn my mic up? Sorry, a little bit. The first dial, just a tiny bit. Yeah, turn it up a little bit. There you go. Perfect. Sorry. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. No, I followed you because I was like, okay, because obviously there's a lot of good bodybuilders come from the Middle East. You know, Egypt. You know, you guys are kicked ass for the last couple of years, and we'll get to the.
Egypt and Iran.
Well, sorry.
Egypt and Iran, we both, we share in the Middle East. We dominate the Middle East.
Absolutely.
Egypt and Iran, yeah. So we find all the bodybuilders from Iran or from Egypt. So either Iran or Egypt.
Well, 2 words, Hadi Rami.
Yes, but the same problem as the Egyptians. We can't travel. That's the problem. We can't travel. We can't get any visa for any country outside the Middle East. It's very hard for us to get the visa. When I got my visa for the USA, that was actually I remember that I celebrated that day. Like, it was impossible to do it, impossible to get the visa, and I got it for 5 years.
Oh wow!
So I have the USA visa for 5 years.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I know. But when I tried to get my visa for Spain, actually I got rejected from them, and the same thing for Romania. So that's the problem with us. So we might prepare for the show, but actually we can't go out with the Middle East. We can't travel.
So hang on, you can go to America, but you can't go to Romania or Spain to compete.
Yeah, that's the problem now.
Oh shit!
I couldn't make it.
Wow. Okay. So I mean, now you're obviously not living in Egypt anymore. You're in Dubai. What was that move for?
The first, because you can't get any visa from Egypt. Like, you can't travel to the world wide. Like, you can't do anything. And in Egypt, the environment is nowadays it's so bad because actually $1 equal 30 Egyptian pounds. So that's too much for us. And the salary is between 2,000, 3,000 Egyptian pound in Egypt. So that's like cost. Like, we talk about $120. That's the salary for.
Oh my God!
Yeah, $120. That's the salary for someone who work maybe 6 or 8 or 12 hours daily.
Yeah.
Imagine. So the environment was so hard there. So I tried to just get out of Egypt, and I was actually one of the first. By the way, I was one of the first bodybuilders to join Oxygen team. I don't know if you know that or not, but I was the first to join. Yeah, I was the first after Rami. I was the second bodybuilder. So I was Badr Budai, who was the same. He believed in me as well. And I joined the team for like 7 months or 8 months, but it didn't work. Then I moved to Patrick. And from Patrick, I went back to Egypt. And from Egypt, I couldn't do any off season or do anything because life is so expensive there and no income. So I tried to just do anything outside the the box.
Yeah.
So I said why I don't travel to the UAE and try to just get the best out of me there. So I traveled to Dubai and I started to do BT, personal trainer, in Bino's gym. And Bino's gym, one of the biggest gym in the world.
Sorry, what's it called?
Bino's gym.
Bino's.
Yeah, Bino's gym.
Okay. Quite. No, I've not heard of that one.
Oh, okay. That's one of the biggest gyms in the world. So I started to do BT there, and from there I started actually to be seen from the world because I started to get contact with Hani Rambod.
Yeah.
And Hani started to actually follow me. And the day he messaged me, it was like a dream. Actually, I remember.
Nice.
I remember that because I got the message at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Actually, I was sleeping like a baby that day. So I woke up, and I remember that I watched his name on my screen, and I'm like, no way. That's like a dream.
So
but no way.
Hang on. Sorry to interrupt. He contacted you.
Yeah, it started from Adam. Do you know the manager of Larry Wheels?
Right. Okay.
Yeah, his name is Adam. And Adam spoke to me about he will try to get me with Hani Rambod in Evogen or try to get me with Hani Rambod as a coach. So I said, yeah, why not? I didn't believe him. Actually, I saw he's joking. So I'm like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
And he said, just leave me. I will do it. And I said, yeah, it's okay. You have 1 year from now, so it's fine. So I gave him time, and I found Hani's message on my page. So I replied at the same time. I'm like, hey, coach. Actually, I didn't say anything. I said, like, hey, coach, I can't believe it. And it was like weird English that day, It wasn't make any sense. Like, just, hey, coach, how are you? Hey, coach, how are you? I can't believe it. You messaged me. Like, it was weird. So he said, are you ready to work with us? And I'm like, yes. I said, do you have any pictures for yourself? And I said, yes, I have. He said, okay. Send me everything and all the information about you, and let's start to have a phone call. So maybe we arrange something between us. And I said, yeah, I'm ready anytime. So he called me at the same day, and we spoke about if I'm ready to start with Hani Rambod. And one thing about Hani, and that's why I love Hani so much. Like, he's not a coach for me. He's not my coach, actually. I never said Coach Hani, never.
Yeah.
To Hani. Actually, I talk to him like he's my brother. Hani is always when you have a friend that you can rely on, that you can call him at any time and talk with him about anything in life. That's Hani Rambod. And actually, I didn't know that until I started with him. So when I started with Hani, it was the first thing he said, I need to change your mindset. Your mindset has to be different. And I started to think about to how I changed my mindset. So he started with me about don't complain, because one of my worst habits back to 2018, it was I used to complain about every single life, So he said the first thing is you have to stop complaining about everything, and you have to take the responsibility of your life.
Yeah.
You have to grow up, because actually you're still child. Like, you do everything and you blame others about it, but actually you don't need to blame anyone about your actions. Third, he said, and this is the last thing about me. Let's say, like, we care about women, so most of us, we care about women. So Hani changed that in me. Like, he said, one thing about you have to focus on your career more than you focus on women, because actually you get money from that way, not from this way.
Yeah.
He said, so live this way, because you get nothing from here, but you get everything from here. He said, when you reach to Olympia, they will run after you. But you have to have this mentality to just delete them from your life. Delete them like they are not there. and live with the life like Jay Cutler. Like, and I used to watch Jay Cutler. He was the same mentality. It's like he just work every day, train, eat, sleep, train, eat, sleep, repeat. Like he was like that. So Hani said, "You have, if you love Jay Cutler, and Jay Cutler is my idol, by the way. So
Nice.
if you love Jay Cutler, you have to follow Jay Cutler." And I started to do that, step by step, following Jay Cutler in everything. And Hani actually was beside me in every step. And let me tell you this: last year I tore my quads. Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah. 10 weeks before his ban, and he was like, "Listen to me. You are not under pressure from me, okay? And we are not gonna leave you. We are here for you. And if you want anything, just message me or call me." So actually, I was depressed because I was about to do Spain, and I was in my best shape ever. My best shape ever. I was ready 8 weeks out.
Wow.
Like, ready.
Wow.
I can
8
compete
weeks?
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can compete tomorrow. And he said, "Yeah, it's okay. I got you. Don't worry. I'm here for you. If you want anything, just message me, call me. I'm here." So I was depressed like for 4 weeks. And I started to just, lock myself in my apartment. Like, I don't go out. I talk to no one. I message no one. Like, I just started to disappear. And I got message from Big Ramy. Big Ramy is like a brother for me.
Is he?
Yeah. So he messaged me and he said, "I want to see you." He was in Dubai. In I think October. Yeah, he was in Dubai. So he messaged me and he said, "I want to see you." And I said, "I don't think so, because I'm depressed and you're about to do Olympia, and I don't want to just share any negative energy with you.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm fine, and I'll be fine." So, and Rami said, "No, you're not fine." So he messaged Hani,
Nice.
and Hani said, "I'm coming to Dubai."
Wow.
And yeah, and I found Hani here in Dubai. And the first thing he said to me, when he saw me in person, like he came to see me in person. So when he saw me, after he saw me, he's like, I said, "I don't think we're gonna do it, but we fine." And I said, "How we fine?" And I started actually to get emotional because it was hard for me. I had 3 sponsors, and I'm gonna lose 2 of them if I don't do the show.
Yeah.
So he said, "No, it's fine. You'll be fine. I'm here for you, and I'm always. I got your back always. I remember it. I got your back always." And I said, "Yes, honey, but you're gonna leave me. Everyone's gonna leave me." I said, "No, we are not leaving you. We are fine. We're supporting you, bro. I'm not your sponsor." I remember he said, "You are my family. You are like a brother for me. So I respect you and I respect your hard work, and I'm here for you." And I was so happy because this changed me in one day, like from depressed
Yeah.
to be like, "Yes, I'm ready to do my off season.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it."
Sorry. So what year was this? Last year?
Yeah.
The last year.
Last
Okay.
year.
Sorry, I just want to clarify.
Yeah. And he was here for like a week. Him and Hadi, and we trained together. Hadi, Andre, and I.
Yeah.
We trained together.
I saw the pictures. The 3 of you.
Yeah.
Andre. Yeah. Rio.
We trained together, and actually I like the vibe because I never, when you have a friend, they become like a brothers. Like we become like a brothers. So we always together. We laugh. I see Andre every day. We laugh together. We talk together about everything. He shares lifestyle with me. He shares stuff like special stuff with me, like private things. And the same thing for Hadi. But Hadi, until now, he keeps messaging me. He keeps saying Habib Albi. Habib Albi in Arabic is like Habib Albi is love of my heart. Yeah, he said that like always to me. So that's what I love about Evogen, because we are family.
Yeah.
We are not like a sponsorship or business or stuff like that. We are family. So we share everything. And I love that about Evogen, because Hani, actually, he was the reason to start this. He never treated us like a sponsorship. He never treated us like it's a business. He treated us like he is one of our family. And he treated us like a big brother for us. So we love Hani. We all actually had the same feelings from all. we love him, and I respect him so much. He changed everything in my personality, everything, my mindset, changed how I look now, and he changed even my career. Like now, I look to the singers like it's a business. I have to make money. And before that, I didn't look to things like that. I used to look like I have to enjoy my life. I'm still young. I'm 28. But now I look to things like I have to save money. I have to rely on my money, not anybody else.
Yep.
You have to actually look at yourself first, put yourself first. And one of my worst, the worst habits I had before, that I put people first. So now I have myself first. So that's how we look to things now. Everything changed in my life because of Hani Rambod.
Wow. So hang on a minute. You're 28?
29 now.
You're getting old now.
Yeah, just turned 29 1 month ago.
Wow. So when I was following you in 2018, you were like 23, 24 years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Wow. You're in a good position, mate.
But I'm too old now.
You're in a very good position. Very good. So, I didn't realize you were getting ready for Spain. Now, I did see you do the KO Squad show in Egypt.
Yeah.
That was your pro debut, and you made top 5 there. Do you want to tell us about that?
It was weird because I tore my chest 5 days before the show.
You decided yes. 5 days.
I tore my chest.
Oh, tore it?
Yes, my chest 5 days before the show.
Okay.
And Hani started actually because I just came from the personalities that I complain about everything.
Yeah.
So Hani, I remember it. He's like, hey, I can't say it because we live, but he said something. He swear at me, and he said, "You have to stop this." He said, "You have to stop this."
Okay.
Done. We done with your shit. Done. Stop complaining. Stop telling people about everything.
Yeah.
You have to do the show. And I'm like, yes, I know. I'm gonna do the show, but I feel bad for myself. And he said, why do you feel bad? It's your first show.
Yeah.
It's okay. So we did it in weird circumstances because you tore your chest,
mm-hmm.
And you can train, you can't do anything unless cardio. Like we just do cardio daily. That's it.
Yeah. We
don't train. We do nothing. And Hani said, we can do it, and I know you place top 3. So we did it, and I thought I was top 5, and I started after the show. Actually, Hani slept. Like in the middle of the show, he slept because he's been with me like 5 days.
Yeah.
In row, 5 days. He said walk all the days. Mm-hmm. So I called him after the show, and I said I go first, and I was crying, and he's like, "Why do you cry?" And I said, "Because I don't know, but I disappointed you." And he said, "No, it's okay. You go first in the first show.
Yep.
That's okay." And I said, "Yeah, but I thought you just want to see me third or second." And he said, "No, bro, it's okay. You can be against Olympian guys, and they are the first 4. Actually, they compete in Olympia every year.
Yep.
So it's fine."
It was Regan, Samson, Mohamed, wasn't it?
Mohamed Shaban and Mohamed Imam.
Shaban and Elaman was in there, and you had Regan and Samson. So what was the placings? Was it Regan, Samson?
Regan, Shaban. Mohamed Shaban.
Yeah.
Samson third, and Mohamed Imam fourth.
Fourth, and you were 5th.
Yeah.
That was a good show and a very, very good lineup. That was a tough show to make a pro debut.
Yeah, but I looked small among them. Like I was small. And that's the judges actually told me you have to gain and you have to add some volume on your back, especially your back. And they said and my hamstring. So they said you have to add some volume, work on your back and your hamstrings.
So what did you weigh on stage at the KO Squad?
102 kg.
102. So that's 100 kilo is 220. So you're about 225.
Yeah, 225.
225, yeah. So, because I think, to me, I brought you up last week in the show, I brought up your Instagram account, and I said, if look at this guy's proportions, look at this guy's shape. I said, to me, he's just like a slightly smaller version of Hadi.
Yeah, but I was 108, but we lost all this because of the antibiotics. We started to take antibiotics because of I tore my chest.
Yeah.
And it started to become like blue red, you know.
Yeah.
We have to get rid of this, so we started to take antibiotics and stuff like that. That's why my weight has just dropped like 3-4 kg in just one day.
Yeah.
I remember it's like one day, and we never, like, you know, Hani, like he never used any diuretics. Never. That's not Hani.
He doesn't.
Never.
Wow.
Never. Yeah, even before my show, I said, like, can we use even half diuretic? And he's like, we don't need. I swear, he said that we don't need it. And I said, can we take a quarter diuretic? And he's like, nope. Bro, shut the fuck up. We don't need it.
I love it.
And I said, wow. And I said, okay. You know, Hani was his athletes, like, he's different. Like, Hani on the media is different from Hani.
I've heard that. Like a Chris Bumstead and you know, and Hadi, you know, you can, like, they really get well supported.
Yeah, because he get to know you. You know, that's why we love it. He get to know you.
Yeah.
It's not about he's coaching you. No. Actually, when he called me, every time he calls me, like, it's about my life, my private life. Like, how are you doing? How's your family? What do you do? Are you in a relationship or not? You still single? I want to still single, you know?
Yeah, no women. No, sorry. See, Derrick, this is why I never turn pro, mate. Yeah. Too many women. It's probably the same with you as well.
Yeah.
Same with you. We'd both be pro if we had that women. Sorry.
Yeah, stay away from them. You'll be successful.
Oh, well, let's maybe I'll go back 20 years and do it different.
Yeah, they love drama.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, some of them do. Some are okay. So what's the plans next now for you then? I mean, what's the next step?
Now we just start off season. We start to work on my back.
Right.
And now I'm training with Roddy Boy. You know Roddy Boy?
Oh, Ricardo.
Yes.
Yeah, Ricardo, Rude Boy. Yeah, I know Ricardo very well.
God.
Very
I
well.
I love this guy so much. He's like a brother for me.
He's awesome.
So we train together every day.
Yeah.
And his vibe is different from everybody else.
Mohamed, I've filmed Ricardo training, and he does so much volume and his energy, and I can imagine him being an absolutely fantastic training partner.
Yeah, and I was going through my last week. I was going through some, like, let's say, I can't call it shit, but some troubles in my life.
Okay.
And you know, he was just pushing me every day in the gym.
Good.
He's like, we don't have time. Remember, I want you on Olympia stage this year, and you know, every rep is like Olympia Foda. Remember Olympia. You know. When you have that friend, it gives you, you know, always positive vibes.
Yeah,
I love him, and I love to be around him. You know that. So we train together every day now, and we start my off season for like a month now. Yeah, we've been 4 weeks into my off season, and I think we will do Texas.
Oh, nice! Oh, wow, Texas, good show, that one. Really good show.
Yeah. Because Hani said we need to do one hard show. Like he said, I want you to do a hard show, so you be among bodybuilders. They are strong.
Yep.
You can show the world what we are doing since you've been with me. So I want to prove that actually you are doing progress every year. That's what I want. If you win, you go to Olympia. If you don't, we can try in another show.
See, I think you need to be seen in America, because like I said, I've known about you for 5 years, but a lot of people watching this will be like, who's this new guy from Egypt who now lives in Dubai? You know, I've like I said, I've been following you, so I think you need to do an American show, to show people how good you are, and also to get your face seen, because if you go over there and you win, or you beat a load of really good names, that straight away, that puts you in a different level.
Yeah, we plan it to do this year.
Smart, that's smart.
We are going to compete in only the USA. We are not competing outside the USA.
Wow, that's brave.
Yeah,
brave.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm gonna do that. I know. This year, I know. I'm telling you from now, and maybe I will remember you on the stage, but I will be in Olympia 2027.
Oh, I believe that, because like I said, I was following you in 2018, and I thought, oh my god, this guy is absolutely incredible, because it was all that time, like I said, all the Middle Eastern bodybuilders like Rami and all these guys, Hadi and Mohamed and Shaban, and all these guys were really starting to make waves, and then I spotted you, and I thought, oh, this guy has potential.
Yeah, maybe I don't know, but everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't compete the last year for a reason. No one knows. Maybe Allah knows what's going on. Maybe I was about to go and compete and like be out the top 5 in Spain, because my legs, like I was, no balance between my legs. So one small, very small because of the injury, and one like big and lean. So maybe I was about to go out top 5. And this will affect me because I'm an emotional guy. So this will make me like I'm not competing anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's okay. I'm fine with that. And Hani said we fine. So I trust my coach. Like he said we fine. We're gonna do another show the next year. We just focus on your back to add volume in your back. So I'm fine.
You're 20,
I'm not stressed, actually.
Mate, you're 29. So it's not like you've got plenty of time. So, and I believe, thing is, you're working hard during this time as well. So it's not like it just gives you more time to get better. So because Ricardo hasn't competed since 2018.
Yeah, but I think he will come back. Oh,
come on. Because he won 3 pro shows. He won Chicago. Yeah. He won, I think, Vancouver, was it? Or 3 pro shows, got top 10 at the Olympia, and then he didn't compete. And I'm like, because I knew Ricardo when he used to live in the UK, you see, when he turned pro in 2013. And it's like, but he still looks good. He still looks in shape. So please get his ass back in the 212.
Yeah, he told me that, but guys, let's keep it secret between us.
Okay.
Nobody's gonna know.
Oh, okay, I promise I won't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
He said I would come. Yeah. He said I will come back this year. He said I will do it, but I'm not telling people anything, but I will do it.
Good. I need him on as well. I need him on the show. Get him on. I'll just tell him I'll reach out to him because I've still got his number.
Yeah, he's definitely need this fight. You need him.
He's awesome. I've interviewed him many times. So are you happy in Dubai?
I'm good. I make money. I'm good.
Yeah.
I work as a personal trainer every morning. I work from 7 a.m. until 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Every day. Mm-hmm. And I train 2 p.m. until 4.
Yeah.
And then I go home. I enjoy my life every night. I go out. I do everything I want. And Dubai, it's one of the best actually cities in the world. Like you enjoy everything. You have everything here. Everything you want, everything you can imagine here. Everything.
Mohamed, I've never been, but everyone is it seems to be like Vegas in America. Everyone's moving there. Over this side of the world.
It's like Vegas.
Yeah, everyone on this side of the world
Vegas.
People are just moving there in their droves. It seems to be the in place. It seems to be the place that the most going on. Like I say, you got Larry Wheels and...
it's easy to make money here.
Right, okay.
Easy.
Okay, that's why.
That's why everyone from the different countries from the world, they come to here because it's easy. Like it's one of the easiest thing you can do here in Dubai to make money.
Wow.
You can make money from anything. You can just post on YouTube your lifestyle as a bodybuilder. You'll get money. Wow. You'll just start your project as like having a healthy food place. And you'll get money from that, a lot of money, because people here, they all actually following the media and they love to get the attention from the media.
Yeah.
So they all following the lifestyle to be as, athlete at the gym. You go to the gym every day, you walk up to do cardio, this stuff. So they all actually eat healthy food.
Yeah.
So like 90% of the people who come here, like they eat healthy food. So if you start your project as having a healthy food, place, they will just go and pay you membership to do it.
Wow, fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like I heard a few years ago, it was quite expensive to eat clean and get good chicken. Like good chicken was very expensive, but I think it sounds a lot different now. It sounds like it's really moved on.
A few years ago, it was hard. It was very hard to get, like, because I have been here for 5 years.
Yeah.
So I know, like 5 years ago, it was very hard because you get nothing. And you spend a lot. You spend a lot of on rent, on diwa. They have a lot of things here going on every day. You have to pay for a lot of things. Like we say, actually, nothing for free in Dubai. Nothing. Even if you breathe, you will pay money for your breathe. So nothing for, like they say in Texas, everything is big in Texas, but here nothing for free in Dubai.
Nothing for free.
Nothing you can imagine. Nothing you can imagine. Even if someone hug you, this hug's not for free. He wants something, you know.
I love it. So obviously Dubai is the place for you to be then.
Yeah.
Nice.
Everyone will move. Actually, this is the future country. The future is here.
Yeah. No, it sounds interesting. Very interesting. So, I obviously got the Arnold Classic next week. Have you got any thoughts on who you'd like to see win that one?
But
Come on.
I have seen Rami. And Rami.
Come on.
Rami.
Don't be shy.
Rami's coming in good shape. He's big.
Yeah.
Like Rami's big always, but he's coming in good shape. I saw him I have seen him 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
And I think, I wish from Allah he win. I wish.
Wow. Okay. Do you think he'd be better than the Olympia?
Yes, little bit.
That's all I want. I just want him to look better than he did at the Olympia.
A little bit. I'm afraid of Samson because I know what Samson capable of bringing on the show, on the stage. So I only care about Samson. I don't think anybody can beat Rami. Okay. Only Samson can do it.
So you could see the final call-out being Samson and Rami.
Yeah.
Wow. Derrick, anything you want to ask Mohamed?
No, listen, it's been great listening to you. I like your mindset. I like how your coaches put you into a positive mindset. Yeah, so you focus on your training and everything like that, and it's good. I'm glad that you brought that up so people know what it really takes to be a bodybuilder. So yeah, it's been great listening to you.
It takes some struggles. It takes some disappointed from people. It takes some negative vibes. You feel like everyone letting you down. But at the end of the day, you have to rely on yourself. You have to rely on your account bank. It matters how much you have in your account bank. Yeah, it matters nowadays. Yeah. Nowadays, actually, your money will help you more than a friend. Mm-hmm. So, and I love this mindset I have now. Mm-hmm. So I'm telling that to bodybuilders because all I hear about bodybuilders, they're all broke. Yeah. Most of them, they are broke. Yeah. And they are doing it for years for nothing. They get nothing. Mm-hmm. And after years, he will just find himself alone, sad, having nobody next to him. But if you have money, you will do everything. You will get everything. You will attract everything. Yeah. So I think at my age, I think money is everything nowadays.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, like you said, you're in Dubai, so it's very expensive to live, but like you said, you can make good money there as well. So it's yeah.
Yeah. As a personal trainer, if you get like we talk about 1,400 from each client monthly. Mm-hmm. So if you have 5, you talk about you get like 6,000, almost 6,000 or 7,000. Yeah. If you have just 5 clients every day, you train them, so you get like $6,000. You know. Wow. Yeah. Plus what you get from your sponsors. Yeah. So you have like $10,000 monthly. That's good. That's good money. That's good. Then you have to rely on prize money and stuff like that, and that'll be a bonus when it comes. You know. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Mohamed, anyone you want to quickly thank before I let you go, mate? But this has actually been a fantastic conversation. You've been really smiling the whole time. You've been you've been enthralled. Really I could see you. Really good. Yeah. Anyone you want to thank, mate? Before I let you go. What? Anyone you'd like to thank? To thank? Yeah. Ricardo, I love Ricardo. Yeah. Hani, I love Hani so much. Like he changed everything. Actually, I call him my dad. Like I always say, Dad. Hey, Dad. He's my dad. He's old enough, isn't he? He's actually old enough. Yeah, I love him so much. Awesome. He's been. He changed everything in my life. Everything for 2 years. We've been together for 2 years. Everything changed in my life. Every single thing. That's so good to hear. I love hearing stuff like that. Yeah. I love him so much. Actually, I want to thank Rami because Rami was actually beside me from day one. But I don't brag about my friends. Like people say, like you are like a brother for Big Rami, and you never posted a picture with him. I never posted because I don't brag about my friends. If we friends, so I know Rami as a Rami, not a Big Rami. Yeah. So I know Rami as his personality, as he is human being, not Big Rami, Mr. Olympia. So that's why when we are together, we enjoy life. Yeah. We don't post stuff on media. We just leave our phones away. we enjoy life.
He's. I'd like to say actually, I've had Ramy. I spoke to Ramy. I interviewed him with Ronnie Coleman right before the Olympia, and I spoke to him briefly at the Olympia. And I hear, like from Mohamed El Imam, he speaks very, very highly, and he really sounds like a really, really good guy.
He's wise. He's wise, and if he's not a type of guy who would say, when you talk about something with your friends, and you'll find that friend, he will just come up every time you talk, and he will show you that he knows everything in the world.
Yeah.
Ramy is not like that. Ramy is kind of, if I know, I would say my opinion. If I don't, I'll just be silent. That's it.
Yeah.
So that's why actually everyone around Ramy in love with Ramy, but because it's the same vibe. He is different, and if he has like some bad vibes, or he is feeling down, you'll find him at the same personality. He's not moody person.
Yeah.
You'll find him always laughing, talking, sharing with you everything.
I've always thought that when I see him. Do you know who's like that? Ronnie Coleman's very like that. He's very
positive.
Yeah, he'll only speak when he's got something positive to say. And I think Ramy sounds very similar mindset.
Yeah, Ramy's the same. Ramy's the same.
Yeah. No, I'm glad. It sounds like you got good friends there and good support, mate.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing about Ramy, actually, I was bad. I felt bad because of. They didn't compare him with Hadi. That's it.
Oh, no. From the outside, I know, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I love Hadi. Hadi is one of my team, and I love Derrick. The same thing.
Yeah.
But at least he's Mr. Olympia. Just put him center, then move him.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
Just because I think they showed him disrespect when they did that. From first Mr. Olympia to someone you compare him was between fourth and fifth, like that. It wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, they made their decision, didn't they? I think Steve Weinberger just like, okay, I've made my decision to the right, and he was ruthless, wasn't he? But I suppose that's just exactly how he wanted it to be, But I do hear what you're saying, mate. I do hear what you're saying.
I heard him. Well, that's how I saw it. At this time, I saw that it was good if you put him center, then move him away. It would be like, you respected the champion. That's it. When they did that with Jay Cutler, and Jay Cutler looked at the same thing. They actually moved him from center to second. So it's the same thing with every bodybuilder.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to give him the title, it's fine, but move him from center to fourth. Or from center to fifth, it's fine, But at least you compared him to the Mr. Olympia, so people know like, yes, Hadi is winning in every pose,
Yeah. Mohamed, I am so glad we got this to work, because before we actually rang you, I thought we had the same issue, and I was like, no, we're going to have to abort again. I was like, it's just not going to happen. But I'm so glad we got you on, mate, because, like I said, and also...
I'm so happy.
I know.
I'm so happy.
Beautiful picture, beautiful sound, and also please give my best to Ricardo, because I haven't spoken to him for ages.
Oh, yeah, I will. I'm so happy. I could make it.
And just say to Ricardo, Tiger says hi. Tiger says hi. That's all you have to say, and he'll understand. He'll understand. So, right, Mohamed, I'll let you go, mate. But thank you so much for coming on Empty Globe Muscle, and like I said, all the best. And watch out for this guy at Texas, because Mohamed Foda is coming. I'm telling you that now for absolute certain.
Yeah, you will see me. I will see you, inshallah, in the USA this year, inshallah.
Nice.
I'll see you there.
Yep, I'll see you with Olympia in that first call out, mate. With next to Hadi and Derrick and your other teammates, and hopefully Ramy as well.
Yeah, inshallah. I'll see you.
Nice. All right, then, mate.
Thank you, Derrick. Thank you, Derrick.
Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll speak to you very soon.
See you later.
Have a nice day.
Cheers, mate. From New York, Kerrith Bajjo.
Connecticut, but very close to New York.
Oh, okay. Hang on a minute. You train at Bev's gym, don't you?
It's like an hour away from me.
Oh, so Connecticut, right? So you drive all that way to train at Bev's gym in New York?
Yeah, for us that's like local. I mean, when you talk about like a state that's big like California, an hour, you could do that in 4 miles. you know, but here an hour, it's pretty local. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Gains by any means, Giles. Gains by any means.
And it's a kick-ass gym as well, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, you really get the nostalgia effect. It makes you want to lift a little bit heavier. Plus, the weights are actually heavier, so you have to lift a little bit heavier.
Yeah. So, right.
I was actually. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Obviously, I saw you at the Olympia. You came over and said hi when I was having breakfast at the Planet Hollywood. Let's just quickly touch upon the Olympia, because like you came up to me and said, "What do you think?" And I said, "Well, at the pre-judging, I was disappointed, but at the night show, that was what I expected to see."
We came back a little bit more full. A lot more. Full. Actually, a lot more full. We had a lot of food. I've actually never had that much food after prejudging, and it filled out, because while everything was there for the prejudging, it just wasn't popping as it should have. So we didn't overfeed like a lot of people were thinking. If anything, we were more cautious going into it. And I think we could have, pushed the envelope a little bit more and had a lot more pop for prejudging. Yeah. But I didn't even know, Giles. Dude, I had the flu. We were starting to see the signs of it, but thought it was just depletion. Yeah. Because they kind of coincide. So when we were practicing posing Thursday night, right before the meet and greet, I was like, I was fading as I was hitting these poses, and I was like, I'm really crushing it this time. I gave it everything I had, and we just thought it was depletion. So, lo and behold, here comes Saturday morning, boom, my girlfriend texts me. It's kind of her ritual, and she says to me, "Well, how are you feeling?" I just told her straight up, I can't wake up. Wow. I can't wake up. Thank God I cut through the expo and I managed to find the Redcon booth. So, shameless plug, right? But, yep. So they had the Total Wars, and I knew this from the year before that they always give out for free. So I grabbed one of the RTDs and I drank some of that just to get me going. And, thank God that was enough to kind of give me that oomph that I needed. But I gave it everything I had. It wasn't for lack of effort. We didn't do anything extreme. It was just that, I thought I was giving more. However, it was the flu. And I actually did go to the doctor and get tested. It's not just, I feel like I have the flu. I was, for lack of a better term, I was fucked up.
Yeah. So hang on, was it definitely flu, not COVID?
No, it was definitely not COVID, according to the test, even though I'm still partial to that. I think it might have, transpired into COVID, because the symptoms were spot on. The only thing that I didn't have happen to me was, I didn't have a loss of taste and loss of smell. Everything else was very COVID adjacent.
I mean, I think everyone got sick at the Olympia. I did. I've still actually got a bit of. I've actually still got the remnants of the cold that I caught and the cough and everything that I caught at the Olympia. Kamal, when 100%. I saw Kamal, I was bumping into people when I was checking in at Planet Hollywood, and Kamal's like, I feel sick, and everyone got. I had a sore throat when I was there because of the recirculated smoky air and. Because obviously, since the smoking ban, I mean, we're so sensitive to smoke now. Like as soon as you walk into it, it's like it wrecks your lungs and your throat and everything. But like a lot of people got sick at that, especially that Meet the Olympians on the Thursday night.
I thought that was a recipe for disaster, and I told Justin, I was like, guaranteed we get sick. Yeah. Sure enough, he was probably the first one to start coughing. And then my lady got sick, and it just, I thought, well, I'm going to beat this thing. Nothing's going to happen to me. You guys are coughing, because I didn't have the cough, but I just had a different symptom. And mine was just the extreme fatigue and, kind of dizziness. So, I mean, I was going to say the meet and greet, I just knew that was a horrible, horrible idea, especially in the climate that we're in and that venue. I mean, Vegas just doesn't have enough windows.
I know what you mean, because they put us in a smoking room because I wanted a double bed for me and my girlfriend, and they said, we'll put you in a non-smoking room, but it's two single beds. And I was like, I'll just put us in that one. But even though we didn't smoke, it's recirculating that same stale air that from the previous guest. So I was like, I think that's what caused it. But that Meet the Olympians, there was because obviously there was the record number of athletes at the Olympia, and there was many, and obviously the show was sold out, so there was so many people. But Andrew jacked. I mean, he could barely speak.
Yeah, and I saw. It's funny you mentioned him. I saw him right when we were getting tanned, and I could see he was kind of off. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I am going to get sick. Because I didn't really think it was flu. It's just I was pushing through it, and the endorphins, the adrenaline was there. I'm at the Olympia, so I'm not going to give anything less than 100%. Shoot, I could have lost a limb. I would have went out there and performed at my best.
Yeah,
It's what we fight for, man. So it was just a bad showing for me. In hindsight. And I know I had more to give because, you saw it at the night show, but unfortunately at that point, it was a little bit too late.
Still, you had a good result, mate. That's your best result so far. Was it 7th, wasn't it? You've gone from 10th to 7th, 10th to 7th. So you're moving up, mate.
8th.
So, 8th to 7th. Sorry, 8th to 7th.
8th to 7th.
So, okay, that's definitely still a step forward, mate.
100%. 100%. And, I know we could have improved on that. I'm going to prove that to myself this year. I'm not going for anything less than a win this year. I'll be upfront about it. I've been there twice now. I'm hungry. I'm famished. Hungry was last year.
Kerrith, I was saying to Derrick before you came on the screen, I said, I was explaining who you were, and I said what shows you'd won, and I said, Kerrith, I said, one of those guys, I said, he looks like he's maxed out. He looks like he struggles to make 212. I said, but actually, I said he's very, very. He's one of the thickest 212s up there, but you're comfortably under the weight limit, aren't you?
Thank you. Yes. I weighed in for the Olympia at 202.
Wow! Shit.
So that was 4 pounds heavier than Texas.
Yeah.
From I think 4 months before, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was about 4 months before.
But hang on.
That was about.
But hang on. When you did Texas, I messaged you and I said, how much heavier are you this year? And you went, Giles, I was 10 pounds lighter than the year before.
Yeah.
So my mind was blown at that. My mind was blown.
Yeah, that's the truth. A lot of people thought that I was suffering to make weight. And I was like, what? We've been underweight for a long time now.
Yeah.
So I had to give the right information because I'm not one of the more popular guys that, is out there on social media. So people just assume a lot of things, and I had to make sure that the right information was out there. We weren't struggling to make weight at all. Frankly, even this year, even though I put on more size since last Olympia, I know I'll be underweight. I'm not worried about that. We're in a great space right now. We put on a lot of muscle. It looks better. The presentation's going to get better. And I'm ready for this year. I mean, more so than any other time.
I think you're very complete. You're very thick. You're very conditioned. It's like, and you're 10 pounds under the weight limit, but you look like you're one of the guys that does struggle to make it. It's like let's say Sean Clarida. I mean, there's the guy who's like one of the thickest bodybuilders on the planet ever. Yeah. And he's 34 pounds under the weight limit, or 30 pounds or whatever under the weight limit. So it doesn't really matter. So I think is, I mean, I feel bad for the guys like some of the classic guys or 212 guys that really struggle to make weight. And they're taking 20 pounds off and they're not bringing their best physique. And they're killing themselves to get down. But you're actually able to really bring, like it must take off a lot of pressure.
I live for it, man. So, it's not really pressure when you're enjoying the process.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
But, I always like to flirt with the idea of doing an open show.
Ooh.
And for me, I love my look at like 220. I know I wouldn't step on an open stage at 220, but I do like that look. And, if we could be anywhere around 212 and do an open show,
wow,
I think people would be in for a sight.
But hang on.
Like a lot of the videos. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying a lot of the videos that you guys were seeing last year that Justin and I were putting out, that was like when I was right around 212. So if I could step on an open stage looking like that with, striations in a few more places, I think I could be competitive in the open.
So what is going on with all these 212 guys stepping out of their lane? I mean, you had Sean Clarida, you had Sean... Do you know what, actually, I realised the other day, Sean Clarida wasn't the first 212 to step outside and win an open show. Baitul Abaspor, do you remember? Dennis James's friend.
Yes, yeah.
He won the Nordic Pro in 2013. I was there. I was covering it with Dorian Yates. And
I remember that. And didn't Flex do it shortly after?
Oh, Flex Lewis did him in 2012. He did. I was there both those shows, the Mr. Europe in Madrid, and he did the Arnold Europe. He got third in the Mr. Europe and fourth at the Arnold Europe, which was that was in 2011. That was, and he was only about 206 on stage. That was when he was a 202.
Crazy.
Yeah, and honestly, he could have won that Mr. Europe. I mean, Ronnie Raquel won it. Roly Winkler was second, and Flex came third. And I mean, he destroyed everyone from the back.
Yeah, I do remember that. Shortly after, who am I thinking? You know what? Didn't Hide make that transition as well?
He did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Hide was right around then, and because Hide was like back and forth.
That's right. Hang on. Hide's won open shows, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
So there's another one. That was two of them. So it wasn't Sean Clarida. Wasn't the first. He's actually the third.
Yeah, and even you had William.
Oh God, I really should have done my research. Yeah, because in 2012 he was a 212. He did Dallas, he did the Prague. I was at the British Grand Prix, and then he stepped up to open. Yeah, so of course, Sean Clarida was like anybody else? So Sean Clarida is actually the fourth.
Yes, Jose.
He didn't win.
Jose didn't win.
He didn't win any open.
He got second. He got second at the Legion Fest.
That's correct.
Yes.
But
he did make the attempt. He did make the attempt.
He did. I mean, every day's a school day with Kerrith, I tell you, isn't it? It's just, I could be completely schooled. I better go check what I've written in my column for next issue, because I think I might have said that Sean Clarida, but Baitul was the second.
The short guys got to stick together, man.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, now you've got obviously, like I said, William Bonac. I mean, legend.
Yeah.
You know, absolutely. Second at the Olympia, two-time Arnold Classic champion. And then you've got the top two at the Olympia, Hadi and Derek Lunsford. You know, and obviously Sean Clarida now stepping over, doing the Arnold Classic next week. I mean,
that's big.
What's your feelings on the success of these guys being X212s now smashing it in the open? What's your feelings on that?
You know, I'll speak personally.
Yeah.
Date back to the days of yesteryear. You had guys like, Franco Colombo going up against giants, going up against Lou Ferrigno. You know what I mean? You had guys with that discrepancy in between them. And it was just bodybuilding then. And it's not to say that I want to get rid of the 212. I love the 212 category. But if you're a bodybuilder, you don't back down from anybody. It doesn't matter how big they are. Because, listen, it's this big. It's this simple. If size was the name of the game, the elephant would be king of the jungle. Right?
Yeah.
But he's not, There are other factors to take into account. So when you look at a guy like Sean, who brings everything polished, soup to nuts.
He's a freak, right? I love him.
Yeah, and you can bring the guy with the most mass. His conditioning is just going to shine.
Sorry to interrupt. Do you know when I heard that he was doing the Legion show right after the Olympia, he lost it to Derek Lunsford? I was like, oh no, this is a massive mistake. He's pissed off that he's lost the Olympia, and he's going to go do something stupid, and he's going to go get his ass kicked at the Legion. And then he dropped 4 pounds to 174, and then went and beat bloody the best ever Regan Grimes at 254, Sergio Oliva. And I was completely turned around on the subject. And I was because I love being proved wrong, because I'm usually quite right about these things. So when he did that, I was like, this is what I love about bodybuilding.
Yeah, it was phenomenal what he did, because honestly, I still think that might have been his best look.
Yes, 174.
Yeah.
So hang on.
Now, fun fact.
So hang on a minute. You're saying you want to go up to 212 when you compete at 202, and you've just said that Sean Clarida looked better, coming in lighter. So why do you need to be 212, or is it just because you just purely want to see how you look?
Well, I want to max it out. I mean, I'm still a bodybuilder at the end of the day, but I'm not chasing huge, monumental, unrealistic goals. I think 212 is realistic for me, because the look at 220 is there. It's just refining certain things. But I want to let you in on a fun fact. If I didn't get glute injury at the 2021 Olympia, Legion Fest was on my radar.
Oh, was it?
It was on my radar. That was a plan of Dave Palumbo and I.
Wow.
So we're going to try to do that. And then when we saw Sean was doing it, at that point, it was already too late. Like, the injury had happened. I tore my gluteal, and that kind of threw everything out of whack. So it was just recovering from that. And it was such an odd injury, because it's like
torn glute.
The muscle still works, but when you need to engage it and make it look its best, you start getting tremors and stuff. So I couldn't really lock in and nail, front double bicep because my left leg would be shaking uncontrollably.
Yeah.
So it looked like there was nerve damage there. But I was definitely more than willing to do Legion Fest had that not happened.
So open shows definitely on the radar then?
It's always something you want to do. I mean, especially, it's not a Napoleon complex, but I think that just, again, coming back to being a bodybuilder, you want to see how you look against the next guy. I see the huge guys at the gym, and I'm like, off season, bro, we're right there. Like,
what's he got that I don't?
Exactly.
Thing is, though, hang on, something just popped into my head. So I get a lot of things pop into my head. If you're saying that you can bring a competitive package at 212, why don't you bring that as a 212? Why do you need to come down to 202? Because obviously, like I said to you, I was disappointed by how you looked at the prejudging. You filled out and you came back at the night show and you looked sensational. And I was like, oh my God. So, do you see what I'm getting at? I mean, why do you need to suck it down?
I certainly do. Well, again, because that's the level of conditioning in the 212.
Right, okay.
So it's about having the right formula, and to be competitive in 212, you got to be razor sharp. Not saying that the open guys aren't razor sharp, but hey, Dan Solomon didn't call it the hardest division in bodybuilding for no reason. So, and those are his words verbatim. That's not me. So if a guy like that saying a statement like that, that's pretty big. So, you got to really work to get that finite detailing. We're talking about striated glutes. We're talking about striations with striations.
Yeah.
So,
it is.
Yeah. When you look at it like that, it's like, all right, well, I can be bigger than you, but I'm running a risk losing to you, not being as sharp as you are. Because, it's an aesthetic thing that we do. So it has to look the part. So if a guy is crazy detailed and you go for size and fullness, he can balance you out. And matter of fact, he can make you look small if his details are tight enough.
But hang on, you're very complete. You're very thick. So you're not going to lose, like Sean Clarida, you're very developed. Like I think you, Sean Clarida, Angel Calderon, who would I have on the other week?
Don't forget Ole.
Ole Crivia, he's amazing. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, don't forget that guy.
I just think that you guys are probably pound for pound the biggest 212s out there.
There might be truth to that. I'll throw a few other names in the ring, but thank you for that compliment. And to be mentioned in that bracket, mate,
you're right behind him at the Olympia. Only a couple of places behind him.
Yeah, and I know it's a coin toss, but at the same time, you look at those guys and you never really see yourself. You know what I mean? Right. So you see those guys and you're like, wow, that's mind blowing. To be mentioned in the same sentence is kind of flattering. But back to what you were saying about being the most complete 212, it's knowing where to attack. So you got to have the right look for whatever division you compete in. So now Sean's going up to the open, for instance. He can't just go straight for conditioning. He still has to go for a level of fullness to be competitive among those names. You know what I mean? Because if he goes too dialed in, I think he sacrifices the look of size, the illusion of size.
Did you see that real lat spread he posted, I think, today? And he said he was 180.
Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday, sorry. Yeah. He was 184 1 week out from the Olympia, and now he's 192 1 week out. So
it's incredible.
Like he did with Legion. I know he didn't have much time from the Olympia to Legion. He dropped 4 pounds, and yes, he won it, and he looked incredible.
Yeah.
But I remember a friend of mine, he was saying, because I think Sean's gonna. This was a couple of weeks ago. He said, I think Sean's gonna try and come in bigger and heavier.
Yeah,
I think that's what
I
think that's what he's gonna do. It looks like that's exactly what he set out to achieve.
Yeah. So it's knowing where to strategize.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think that's the right approach, and he knows what he's got to do. And 4 pounds on a smaller frame looks like 15 pounds. So it's very smart on his part to kind of fill out a little bit. Yeah. He's not going to lose that much detail. He's already the most detailed guy on stage without even being on stage. You get where I'm going with this?
Yeah. Well, I remember when Lee Labrada put on 4 pounds between the 1990 and the 1991 Olympia, and it completely transformed his physique.
Yeah, 100%. I'd like to, throw myself in there. Texas, we put on 4 pounds, and I didn't really see it until it was in pictures, how much difference there was in between the size in Texas and the Olympia. Like, you do the full lineup of the first call-outs, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, it could be argued that I'm one of the biggest guys on stage right now.
Yeah.
But I would never see that in person, so those 4 pounds reflected in pictures, and, it's kind of rude awakening. I'm like, now if we just learn to dial that in perfectly, here we go.
Yeah. So, given it the Arnold Classics next week, and like I said, we've talked about Sean Clarida, how do you think he's going to do, mate?
Always pulling for the little guy.
Yep.
Because, people never expect it. And I know it's possible. He's shown us that it's possible. But, you're talking about a strong lineup, man. You got guys that have equally as much shape as him with legit, 150 pounds more muscle.
That's crazy.
It's a lot of human. That's a lot of human.
I would love to see a call out with Andrew Jack on one side, Samson on one the other side, and Sean Clarida in the middle. Somebody called them the Nigerian Twin Towers.
And we might see it.
Oh my God!
We might see it.
Yeah, and also, can we add Rami on the one side? Oh my God! I think the crowd will go bonkers.
Yeah, but that's just how powerful that young man is. Yeah, So I'm just saying it's possible. Don't rule him out. He can come in there and, he's done it before, and as a 212 guy, I'm pulling for the 212 guy. So, we definitely like to see that. I know the other 212s are probably in alliance with this.
Well, he's made a career out of proving people wrong every step of the way, hasn't he? Every step.
It's going to be a great showing for him.
I can't wait. And I think I think it takes such balls to do that as well. Go into something like an Arnold Classic and go, right. And he's already the Olympia champion. So he's coming in and saying, look, I've got nothing to lose, everything to gain here. I just want to prove myself again on a bigger platform. So, Kerrith, you're getting ready now for the New York Pro. How's the prep going, mate?
Prep's going good. If anything, I'd say that we're ahead of schedule.
Okay.
And not to say that we're going to get comfortable. Still hungry, still both feet on the gas, but the New York Pro, this is one that's evaded me twice already.
Yeah.
So I want this title.
What was your placings? Third and?
So I had 8th my pro debut. Okay. New York Pro was the first show that I ever did.
Yeah.
And, actually, it was the first time I ever got third call-outs. That's still a tough pill to swallow, I've never been a third call-out guy. Yeah, and, I had to swallow a lot of, pride on that one, but they rejudged us.
Okay.
So the judges saw that, they missed this guy and they brought back second call outs. Obviously they're not going to bring back first call outs, but they brought back the second call outs, rejudged us. I ended up getting 8th. Mm-hmm. After that, I did Tampa. I got 4th. And the following year I went back to New York and it was me, Ashkenani and Eduardo Carrera.
Eduardo, that's right. You got 3rd.
Yeah. So at the time, I had brought what I thought was my best physique at the time, but I had a little gynecomastia issue, and that's since been corrected. But I ended up getting 3rd there.
But hang on, you got 3rd to 2 like OGs of the 212, mate. Ahmad Ashkanani and Eduardo Correa. I mean, like Eduardo Correa, second Olympia.
2 top 5.
Yeah, come on.
2 top 5 Olympians.
No shame.
You know, and I took out a lot of big names at that show.
You did.
You know? Yeah, so that made me feel like I belong in this division. I belong as a bodybuilder.
Yep.
Yeah, so that really made me say, hey, take this seriously. You know, before I was taking it seriously, but it's more just for fun. You know, like, hey, I'm a pro bodybuilder. This is kind of what I do on the weekends.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Now it's like, hey, I could actually monetize this and, you know, do stuff with it. So ever since then, I've been taking steps. I've been taking your advice, Ron's advice, and putting myself out there more and trying to, you know, get a foothold in this industry.
Yeah. So New York Pro's in the sights then, mate? I think you'll win it. I think you could win that.
It's possible.
Yep.
But, you know, I just got to make sure that I don't let up.
Yeah.
I really believe that there's always the story of the underdog that comes out of nowhere, because I was on that other side. You know, so I know it's possible to get caught slipping, but I'm telling you, I'm not slipping. So, I just want this one too much.
So what? I mean, I know it's hard to maybe guess, because how many weeks out now? Is it 10, 11?
About just under 12.
Oh, 12.
Today's Sunday. 11 weeks and 6 days, but I'm not counting.
Yeah, it's 36 minutes to my next meal. You've been there, Derrick, haven't you?
I've certainly been there.
Derrick, anything you want to ask Kerrith?
You know something? I'm going to be really looking forward to seeing you on stage. I like how you're talking. You're talking positive, and you got your mindset straight on this show. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you bring to the stage this time.
So I'm not going to hold any punches. I plan on bringing something that is epic, something that hasn't been seen in a very, very long time. I hate to make comparisons, but I'm going, you know, old school Flex Wheeler, you know, nasty paper, complete package, striations beyond striations. That's where I'm going. And I just think I'm going to present it in a whole new fashion, and it's just going to be laser tight.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
You know, so if I set that bar, you know, I'm going to clear it.
Yeah.
I've yet to let myself down when it comes to leveling up every show.
You are very consistent, though. You're very consistent with your conditioning and the package you bring, you know. So you always.
Thank you.
I mean, if you can supersede that, I mean, then you've basically going to achieve that goal.
Oh, Giles, I'm telling you right now, nobody wants this more than me.
Yeah.
No, nobody wants this more than me. And it's just time. It's time. I think I had to go through some things to get here, but it's time. Yeah. Yeah.
So obviously it's still going very well with Justin.
Yeah, no, Justin's my man. He's you know, he's definitely my corner in this, but you know, so is my lady, and she makes sure I'm on top of my business. You know, if Justin's not around, then she's there. When they're both around, I get a migraine.
Kicking your ass.
Yeah, you know, it's like having 2 moms and 2 dads. It's crazy.
Brilliant. Right, all right then, mate. Well, like I said, I wanted to get you on for an update interview because I saw when you started your prep, I was like, right, I've got to get Kerrith back on. Because like I said, it was really nice to speak to you face-to-face at the Olympia. It was really nice when you
you're taller than I thought, man.
I'm better looking as well, actually, in real life.
You know, I wasn't going to say it.
Well,
I don't want to get Lauren mad. It's not that kind of party, but hey.
The only one that claims that is actually just me. just for the record. But yeah, I'm 6'1", 6'1". They always say that. Cause I think it's because I'm always sat down. I'm actually, you know, I'm sat down.
Well, that's why I wasn't sure if it was you or not, because I was eating. I just got my home fries. And I'm looking at my lady and I'm saying, hey, I think that's Giles over there. And she's like, I think it is too. I was like, I don't know. He looks too tall to be him.
Yeah, definitely me. Yeah, cool. All right then, mate. Well, like I said, it was great to see you, and it was good. Also, it was really good to be back at because obviously the pandemic, I hadn't been since the 2020 Arnold. So to be back, and because I mean, like, to see all my friends and see you guys and everyone, and all, you know, my sort of people I work with in the industry, it was really nice to reconnect. And we had second row seats as well. We're like, oh, it was so good.
Yeah,
it was such a good Olympia. It was just, I mean, it was amazing Olympia. It was such a shocking Olympia for so many reasons. You know,
the turnout alone. I haven't been around that many people ever. So
yeah,
it was almost overwhelming. You know. And because I could say Orlando,
yep,
you know, might have had just as many people, but it was so spread out.
Yeah.
This felt as if it was less, you know, congested, and, you know, it's probably why we all got sick.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, still coughing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Every single Uber driver was coughing.
Oh, no.
So I was like, yeah, we're done. We're done.
And I don't think it's the healthiest place on the planet, in fairness. I mean, it's Sin City. It's called for a reason, isn't it?
Right? Yeah. And definitely what happened in Vegas did not stay in Vegas, because the flight home, the entire flight was coughing. It was horrible.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It was basically a petri dish with wings, just going across the country.
Yeah. Basically.
Bad, man.
Brilliant.
But I was hoping that you would be at the New York Pro. I know Ron will be there.
Ron will be there.
You know, but yeah. Well, telling you should come over, man. It's going to be a great show.
I would love to, but what I think we're going to do, we're doing next week with the Arnold Classic, we're going to get the live stream. I'm going to get a camera on Derrick, and I'm going to get somebody in the studio. Then we do like a live stream, kind of like a prejudging review. So I think we'll get Derrick in for so we can, because I want to get his take as well, because that'd be really cool. But yeah, I mean, it could happen. It could happen if MD asks me, you know, and says, "Oh, you want to come over?" I'd be like, "Yeah, I'll jump on a plane tomorrow," you know. So.
That's it, man. Hey, May 20th, you know what it is. May 20th, you know what it is.
And exactly, and I've never been to the New York Pro. That's the one pro show, one of the big main pro shows that I've actually not been to.
Oh, wow. So I got to say that I'm so fired up, because this is the same stage that I turned pro on.
Oh, wow.
It's actually in Teaneck, New Jersey.
Okay.
And as far as I've seen, I believe this venue has the best lighting. Like, I get it, you know, the Olympia, it's huge, whatever. You know, the Arnold, huge, big shows. Legion Fest, huge show. Teaneck, New Jersey, Marriott. I don't know what it is about the lighting. Maybe it's the color. Maybe it's my color. Just, it pops in that lighting.
Nice.
So I always present very well on that stage. So I'm fired up about it.
Thing is, stuff like that is a concern. Like, I'm sure people used to do the Nine to Champions in the 90s because they knew that that overhead lighting, that style of lighting, or when the Mike Neville used to do the lighting for the Pro Ironman. I mean, someone like Phil Heath's best ever pictures were from that 2008 Ironman. It just made everyone look incredible. Yep. And all those great pictures you can then glean from it, you know. So it must be a factor with competitors choosing shows.
Right. Yeah. No, it is now. Before, you know what they say, beggars can't be choosers. But now I could kind of choose the shows that I do.
Yeah.
But what I heard was different about the Ironman was they had uplighting in addition to overhead lighting.
Okay.
So there's no way to really hide from it, and it would just really accentuate the photos. I can't really say for video, because I don't think the quality of video was then. You know, it wasn't up to par then. But you know, their photos look phenomenal. So why don't we bring that back? You know, why don't we, you know, add a little uplighting to, you know, the perfect downlighting?
Yeah.
Oh, and why don't we just recreate what they had?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Don't change it.
Nothing. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Also, your arms look ridiculous.
Oh, thank you.
Give a little slight look at the arms there.
I've been working on them. You know, going down to Bev's and seeing guys like Max Charles and, you know, just the other freaks that walk around. And I'm like, I got to step my game up. I used to hate training arms, man. It's just one of those body parts for me that can easily blow out of symmetry.
Yeah.
You know, so they grow so fast. I usually just train them, you know, after back day or after chest day. But now I've actually been embracing the freakishness.
Good.
You know, so freak them out. You know, I was once told, never stop training your freaky body part.
Yeah. And
I stopped listening to that. And, you know, full circle, let's just train the freakish body parts and become a freak.
Nice. And you'll struggle to make 212. Yeah. These massive arms waddling on stage.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't end up looking like quads.
Yeah.
You know?
It's got quads for arms. Right, Kerrith, I'm going to let you go, mate, and go smash some shoulders like I did this morning. And like I said, it's obviously 5 hours, 11 a.m., 11, nearly 6 midday there. So get yourself to Bev's, mate. Have a good session, and we'll be watching the New York Pro live stream very, very intently. Maybe I might even be there in person. Who knows? Crazy things have happened.
All right. Just for the record, I don't drive down there every day.
Okay.
That's more like once or twice a week.
Okay.
Special occasion. I have my local gym here, but yeah, I'm not completely crazy. That's
when you're dieting.
Too much time in a car, man.
Yeah, especially when you're dieting, you don't want to be like in traffic and like getting road rage.
You got to pull over and sleep. It's too much stress in the New York traffic, man.
All right, then, mate. Well, like I said, all the best with the prep, and I'll be flexible. We'll be watching, mate. So all the best, all the very best with everything, mate. I really appreciate you coming back on MD Globe Muscle, mate. I really
Absolutely.
do.
Anytime you guys need me, I got you, Giles. Derrick, thank you so much, and it was nice meeting you. Thank you for the kind words, my friend.
Good luck.
I'm looking to put on a show for you guys.
Nice. There we go. That's what we want to hear. All right, then, mate. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and I'll speak to you very soon.
All right, guys.
Cheers,
take it
mate.
easy.
Bye-bye. Keon Pearson.
What's up, man?
Keon, I am so glad to get you on, mate. I've been trying to get you for a while, so also big thank you to Patrick Tuer for helping set this up, mate.
Yeah, man. He had put me in a message. Was like, you wanted to do something. I was like, okay, I'll give in and do it. Why not? Usually people ask me during prep. I usually don't ever do like interviews or anything like that, just because I don't know. I just like to hide, I guess. Like the hybrid thing. But while I'm in the off season, I'm gonna take advantage and do more of these, and speak. People can hear about me and stuff like that.
Thing is, people, mate, you've got a fan base. You've got tens of thousands of followers. People want to hear what you've got to say, not just about how you look up on stage or oiled up in trunks, mate.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Also, happy 28th birthday, mate.
Thank you, man. Feeling old. I got a few gray hairs up top somewhere.
Hang on. Is he kidding? He's a baby. I mean, I'm old enough to be this guy's dad. Derrick, you're old enough to be his granddad.
I am.
Actually, you sure you're not? Really?
You never know.
Yeah. So then, Keon, let's talk about the Olympia, because that was obviously the last time you competed.
Yes.
That for me was the best version we've ever seen. I thought you looked absolutely fantastic. Big strides in your conditioning, mate. How did you feel about your overall of your presentation and basically what you achieved?
I felt very confident with what was bringing leading up to the prep, working with Patrick. Now that he had a chance to get to know about my body a little bit more after Tampa Pro, and I enjoyed the package. That's the best shape I've been. I think I was way more in shape there than I did the 2019 Olympia and Classic. That was my best shape.
Yeah.
But now I had new muscle maturity and, my muscle, all that new tissue I put on, it actually marinate a little bit better. So I was really happy with the package, the conditioning, the presentation. I didn't agree too much with the judging. I guess I really didn't see what the judges saw. Mm-hmm. I was fourth at prejudging.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I was fourth at the prejudging. I was right in the middle box. After they did the 3 people comparison, before they did the 3 people comparison, Sean, I think it was Kamal and Angel. Mm-hmm. I was the next person in the box, the fourth in the box. And I was there for prejudging. Then after prejudging, I didn't get a chance to do my routine at the night show. They had me at 6. The feedback was, he said I was washing. I guess I was washed off. I was washing away, fading away. Me and Patrick looked at film and we just couldn't see what they saw.
Yeah.
But overall, outside of that, I'm very pleased with the package. And now I feel like I woke a lot of people up.
Yes.
Now they can see my potential and like what I'm capable of doing. So I'm excited for this year. It's definitely have a chip on my shoulder. So I'm definitely ready to bring something better.
Thing is, mate, you're making progress. You're moving forward.
100%. If you're not making progress, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, exactly. And thing is, I mean, I couldn't believe, like when I saw you in Sweden last April, I saw you training. Yeah, I saw you training, and I didn't realize actually you were that big.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Even Patrick, man, when me and Patrick was doing Tampa Pro, when we was carbing up, he didn't believe that I was that big. It's like, I just don't know about your muscularity. I don't know if you're big or not.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know Ben Chow?
Yep.
So Ben Chow was looking over me. He was my second eye for Tampa Pro, and so he was sending pictures to Patrick and was like, Ben Chow was like, Keon's a big guy. He's not small. And Patrick, like, I just don't know if he's big or not. Like, he looks big in pictures, but I don't know if it translates to real life. And Ben was like, big. So I get that a lot, man. I'm bigger than what I am, as far as like weight wise. Like right now, I'm currently 221, and people think I'm like 240.
Yeah. I mean, what were you weighing, saying when I saw you in that gym in Sweden last year? I mean, obviously, you just trained. I mean, you trained back with Martin. You'd torn the whole gym up, smashed the place up, and then you were posing. What were you weighing there?
At the posing, I think I was about like 217, 218.
No.
Yeah. That's it. I've never been bigger than 220.
Holy shit.
Never. I haven't the last I ever took a full-blown off-season was when I went classic to 212. That, when I put on 20-something pounds of muscle in 12 months, that's the biggest I ever, been, like, as far as off-season.
I remember, sorry, you just triggered a memory. I remember when you went from, I saw you at the Arnold Classic one year, and then that was in Classic. I think you were third or fourth there. Was it third or fourth?
Yeah, I got fourth from, I think, George or something like that. And
then you did the New York Pro 2 months later, and I've never seen anyone, the only size increase I've ever seen was Kai Green.
Yeah, I mean, I was natural at the Arnold at the time.
Yeah, I told you that.
Like, so
amazing.
Yeah.
That's why to get on the little sauce or whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. It was very minimum, and my body changed drastically from New York Pro to Arnold. And that's when people believe, like, okay, maybe he was, and he still got the I'd be like, oh, bullshit. Yeah. But yeah, it was a night and day difference.
I know, because I'm telling you, because I mean, that's why they said Kai Green. I was speaking to Rodney St. Cloud in Norway back in 2009 or something, and he said, no, 2007 it was, and he says, Giles, I'm telling you, when Kai comes back, he said he's going to look like an old. He said he's not natural anymore, and he says his body is just completely exploded. He's like 280 right now, and those kind of, so that's why when I saw the difference from that Arnold Classic to the New York Pro, I mean, it looks like a full year. It looks like a full year progress, and you did it in what, 8 weeks?
Yeah, it was about like 8, 9, 10 weeks, man. And that weight from the New York Pro, same exact weight. I was 180, same exact weight.
Hang on, what?
Yeah, 180.
You were the same weight from the Arnold Classic to that New York Pro?
Yeah, every Pro Classic show was the same weight, except for the Olympia. Olympia, I got down to 178, but New York Pro, Arnold, and my pro debut, Tampa Pro, I was all between 180. I was right at 180. That was the weight cutoff, so.
Mate, you've got hollow bones, I swear.
Yeah, my body composition changed. Weight never went nowhere, just body composition.
That's crazy. So, now, because you're comfortably under the weight limit, aren't you? What did you weigh at the Olympia?
Oh, I was 201.
201?
Yeah, I was 201. Yeah, 201. That was the lowest. I think Tampa Pro was like 203. Yeah. It was 203. He was really trying to go to a really, really full look because, like I said, he didn't know how big I was.
Yeah.
And Patrick Pearson at the Olympia, we didn't carb up that much at all. We only carved up for like a half a day.
For the Olympia?
Yeah, they don't take much to fill me up at all, man. Like 3, 4, 5, at least 5 meals total with carbs. I'm full blown. For the Tampa Pro, I think we did 2 days. One day was like 600-700 carbs. The other day was like 600-700, somewhere around there. This time probably like 300 carbs.
Wow, that's nothing.
About 300-400 carbs in like 2 days. No, not much for me.
That's crazy.
When you got round muscle bellies and everything is so compact, it don't take much for that to fill out.
Yeah.
And then the way I'm built, you don't want to fill me out too much. Then I start getting soft. I start losing condition. I don't have that pop anymore. I just look watery. So you just got to know what the right amount for me or for people with very round muscle bellies.
I'm glad you stuck with Patrick, because if you've been gone from coach to coach to coach, it's been taking a while to really figure out how to peak you best. Like he said, he brings you in full, you look great, but you don't look hard enough. you know, and then you like literally half a day of carving up, and you're full enough, and you because that was, like I said, that was probably the best package we've seen from you so far at the Olympia.
Yeah, 100%. And another difference was the diet. I mean, from the gate for the Olympia prep, I mean, he dropped a lot of my food, and the cardio was up from the gate, and I was like, okay, this is serious right here, you know. I mean, I think like when I was probably like 12 weeks out from the Olympia, 13, 14 weeks out from the Olympia, I mean, I was at 150 grams of carbs.
Wow.
You know, for me, obviously, you know, almost hour cardio, you know, so we cranked it up hard. We did a lot more lower days, and he just found out the formula, and you know, it was a night and day difference. And then Patrick was with me for the whole week, for the last week.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was there early. He got there a week early.
Oh, fantastic.
That helped a lot. You know, he was there with me and Valier and all the other people. And that's every day, and you know, that made a huge difference for us peaking.
I can see why maybe someone like a Sean Clarida has you on his radar, because you're one of the guys that's so far under the limit. I mean, 11, 12 pounds on a guy your height, like you could be a 212 for pretty much most of your career.
Yeah, I agree. I actually talking to my girlfriend. I was like, man, like 2 more crazy off season, like this off season. I mean, I may push close to 240. Like been over 204. So I'm already 10 pounds up in like 4 weeks.
Wow.
And it's not fat either. I'm completely all over. So I mean, pushing 240, doing that 2 times. I mean, I'll be struggling. Next year, I'll be struggling making 212.
Yeah. Do you know what? Now you said it like that, because if you're a 180 and now you're 201, and like, because the thing is, you're looking really good, Nick. Now you look like you're 4 weeks out.
Oh no, I wish. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you could, but could you pull up that last recent full body update I posted 3 days ago?
Yes.
Yeah, if you could see that, I mean, that's my current look now. I mean, I'll say like I'm about 14 weeks out, but I try to keep it there. My 14 weeks out lean look different from other people's 14 weeks out. But, yeah, man, the way things going, looks like 212 won't be playing too long. But for now, we're the focus on getting that crown and holding.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously we've got all like Sean Clarida jumping in the Arnold Classic Open. You know, you got the top 2, Hadi and Derrick, that are 2 X212s. You got Bonac as an X212. Are you literally just focusing just purely on the 212 now, or have you considered maybe jumping in an open?
Just 212. I don't want to like overstep my boundaries and overlook too much in the future. But right now, my goal is to make that 6th place to first, and then get that first when my time come. I want to hold that, and then wherever it takes me, if I want to decide to do open before I retire, I'll do that, or just finish my rest of my career in open. I don't know. We're talking about retirement and you're 28. We're getting a bit ahead of ourselves here, guys. Oh no, we're not retiring no time soon. But I feel that realistically, I'll be in 212 for a couple of good bit of years, at least another 4 years. I want to force 212, and then I want to finish my career in open till I retire, whenever that age is. That's definitely the goal.
I would love to see you, it probably will happen one day. I'd love to see you next to open version of Derek Lunsford. I think because you've both got those beautiful front double biceps, the huge flaring lats. I think that's something I would love to see one day in the open.
I feel like it's slowly going to happen, and just everything is changing. Like, with the Andrew Jack, Sampson, we kind of got like that 90s era look going on. They're slowly working their way up to that top 5, and you got Derek Lunsford. I mean, that's a solid, aesthetic lineup. We haven't seen that in years in open, so we'll see.
Yeah. Also, I really want to give credit to your posing, because there's 2 things I go on about. It's condition and posing, and I love the fact that you brought your best conditioning over at the Olympia, but it's your posing, mate. I mean, I saw you. Well, obviously I was there when you guest posed, and Martin nearly hit me in the face with his hitting the frontal bicep. I mean, we got remember when you came up and you took our headphones off, and Martin hit a frontal bicep, and I literally just lunged back like that. I mean, I could feel it brush past my chin.
Wow.
He nearly KO'd me.
Yeah, I remember that was some good times, man. But yeah, posing, man, it's important. I feel like you can't have it really physique if you can't present it well. And I feel like, honestly, in the IFBB, they should be more strict about posing.
I do.
You know, that's part of the art. I mean, I know people go by conditioning and if this person fading away, if this person spilled over, but let's talk about posing. You know, you can't look good and not be able to hold a front double bicep and you're shaking like a stripper. You can't. That bodybuilding to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every single. That's why I take very pride in my posing. And, you know, I always looked up to Flex Wheeler, Sean Ray, Chris Cormier. I feel like my physique resembles like from them from back in the day. So I try to keep living that era. I just try to keep that era alive. Yeah. I can.
I'm telling you, I think you and Samson are leading the way now in posing.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. I mean, Terrence Ruffin, he's really good too.
Oh God.
Yeah. You know that.
Yeah.
That's and there's a lot. You know, more other classic guys. You know, Urs is a really good poser.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah. Let's bring posing back, you guys. Anybody that's watching this, let's bring posing back.
Yeah. So are you coming back to Sweden in April?
Yep.
Yeah. We're coming. We're doing the live stream again.
Yeah. I'm guest posing. Guest posing there. So it's gonna be fun. I'm excited about that. I enjoyed my time there. Those 2 weeks was pretty awesome, meeting those people, and I built a really good, solid fan base really fast in Sweden. So that was pretty awesome. So yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be a whole different Keon. This time, you guys gonna be seeing me probably damn near at 240.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I like it.
So
I like it.
Freaking awesome. I'm gonna be like pounds bigger.
I'm gonna weigh you backstage.
Get me backstage, man.
I'm gonna take off my headset and I go, guys, I've just got to do something. I promise I made to Keon. But yeah, I can't wait. Did you? Because we were asked to stay the extra few days. Did you do the thing in the teepees?
Yep, we slept outside.
Oh, the meat.
That was yeah. It wasn't fun.
Yeah. Oh, that was such a good trip. It was such an amazing trip.
Yeah, it was a great experience though, for sure. I don't regret none of that stuff. It's a lot of stuff that I didn't do. And then we ate the fish.
Oh, how can hang on? Thank you for reminding me, Keon.
Yeah, it just was terrible. Yeah.
I think Martin took that one the hardest.
Yeah, he was choking. He was there.
Tell you, Derek, about the stinky fish challenge.
Fish,
oh
yeah.
my God! But you know what? I when I found it, it didn't taste that bad. But you've got to get past the smell.
Once you get past the smell, and then I think you eat it with the crackers or something like that. It's okay. It's you can eat it. You can at least finish it. But if you keep smelling it, you can't eat it. There's no way. It's impossible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope I don't have to do that shit again.
No, the thing is, it's the new team members. It's the new people. Because Branch and you, wasn't it? Branch and Guy, that's it. Branch and Guy were behind them, like laughing like school kids. Because obviously they knew they'd done it. So they knew what we were, you, me, Ivana, Lauren, Martin, you knew what we were all in for, you know?
Yeah, so I'm glad we got that out the way. So.
Right, okay. Obviously, we've got the Arnold Classic next week, mate. Are you going?
No, I'm not going. I'm just live streaming it. My girlfriend is currently moving right now, so we'll be moving at that time. So we'll be live streaming it. But I'm super, super stoked for Open. I haven't been following Classic that much, but I've been looking very, very heavy into Open. And honestly, man, it can go any way, to be honest. I don't know. I mean, I feel like everybody's going to be at their best. Samson, updates, Andrew Jack with the new people.
Yep.
Sean looks crazy. I just trained with Sean back in Dallas last week. Yeah, it's on YouTube from the Gasp channel. Me and Sean train arms. He looks absolutely nuts. Nick Walker is best. It's wide open. It could be anybody.
I saw that Sean Clarity, because we filmed Hot News before this segment, but it appears last in the show. And I brought up your video where you showed your posing and how you're looking now. And I showed Sean Clarity the rear lat spread because he's 1 week out. He's 192. 1 week out from the Arnold. I mean, he was 174 when he won Legion.
Wild. Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
184 a week out from the Olympia. And I think by the time he hit the stage, he was 178. So you're looking at he's looking at maybe a 6 to 8 pound gain, and he never comes out of condition, does he?
Wow, no, he don't. I didn't know it was that big of a difference between Legion and now. That's wild. And the back shots that he just posted his condition, he didn't lose condition. I mean, he's full. He didn't lose it. It's still there.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's even more freakier in person, man. It's insane.
Yeah.
I
couldn't believe how you trained. I mean, you and Martin were just like destroying the gym. It was so much fun to watch. I mean, there were so many people in that gym that the first day we arrived. And I mean, you guys were just smashing. And I was watching you were using much better form on your birthday doing the T-bar rows, the braced T-bar rows.
Yeah, man. Form changed a lot since then. Sometimes, like when you get in that hype environment, sometimes you can kind of go out of hand too. You just got Brett yelling, got other people yelling at you. You just want to, you know what I mean? So it's a time and a place for that. But realistically, I don't train like that alone. I'm usually more, really more, focusing on the squeeze and everything, the negatives. But yeah, at that time it was appropriate because it was a good vibe at that time.
Half the gym were loving it, and half of the gym were like shocked. They were like, "What the hell are those guys doing?" They're just training like absolute. They were training like basically like Branch and Johnny. You were like you were like Branch and Johnny's stunt doubles. Basically,
that's what it was. But I can't. I love Branch. I love Johnny, but I couldn't. My career, man. My joints couldn't handle it.
Yeah, the thing is, mate, you're 28 and you got such an amazing future ahead of you. You don't want to tear a pec or a bicep and then have it, set you back,
Yeah, it's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. It's better to be.
Yeah. So if I'm going to push you on the Arnold, who's your top 3?
Is it a specific order?
Yeah, go on.
So you want it in the order?
Yeah, may as well. Well, let's go nuts.
Oh no, man, that's hard.
It is hard, isn't it? To be honest, there's probably 5 guys realistically that could win this.
Yeah, I mean, you got Sean, and you got Nick Walker. Those 2 mutants right there. Then you got 2 very aesthetic pleasing guys, Samson and Andrew.
Yeah.
Saying top 3 is like kind of feel like it's almost impossible. I don't know. But, I'll play the game. I would say Nick Walker will be in the top 3. So I would say Nick Walker. If Samson come in, 100%, I would say him second. I like Samson physique, though, man.
Beautiful, isn't it?
I don't know. This is fucking hard, man.
I know. And the thing is, hang on, Keon. We haven't even mentioned 2-time Mr. Olympia Big Ramy, last year's runner-up and 2-time Arnold Classic champion William Bonac. Like, there's people saying, no way. So many people, like, Bonac's not even in the top 5. He's been first or second in that show for the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, you can't count him out. So that's the thing. I don't know, but Bonac is going against a lineup that he never really been against. Sampson, Andrew Jack, everybody's going against people that they haven't. Sean never been compared to Nick Walker, Sampson. That's what Sean was saying in person. A lot of people counting him out because he's small, but because he's smaller than the rest of the others. But we never seen him next to them, so we can't count him out.
He's complete. He's conditioned. He's got freaky shots. The raidable bicep. Think about the raidable bicep. He'll take Andrew.
What now?
I think Sean Clarida's raidable bicep. Just say is that one pose. He'll beat Andrew in that pose because he's got more condition and he's got more muscle. So then he's probably going to match Samson, if not beat him in that pose as well. He's going to beat Ramy in that pose.
Yeah.
Do you know, let's really break it down, really think up, and bearing in mind, the top 2 at the Open Olympia were short guys. So it's not like do you know what I mean? It's like they are looking for the guys with the complete physiques, So I really think a lot of people, are going to be quite shocked when they see Sean Clarida in that lineup.
Yeah, I mean, even Nick Walker. Like, Nick Walker is very short compared to Sampson and Andrew.
Yeah.
They're huge compared to Nick. Nick is a big guy, but Sampson and Andrew is just more bigger just because they got way more longer limbs.
Yeah.
So I can't really honestly give you the top 3 just because of if everybody show up right, 100%, we can't say. It's really just who the judges think is the best that day.
Yeah. And you got Kamal, Akeem Williams. Do you know what I mean? What if Akeem turns up in the shape of his life? I mean, it's like it's gone from being an Arnold Classic that I had no interest in to being like literally the best Arnold Classic since 1996.
Well, maybe they should start telling people 300K and then do shows now, you know?
Yeah.
That changed the game, and I'm glad they said that. So now this I think this is probably the best Arnold in a long time. I can't Arnold, recently that's better than this lineup.
Yeah, no, you're right. And it was, like I said, it was a very average lineup, and then boom, it's got very interesting very quick. So obviously you're working with Patrick Tuur. Are you happy with how that's going?
Yes, I like Patrick. He's very strict.
Yeah,
he's very from my other coaches that I work with, but he's on me. He's on my ass. He believes a lot. He pushes me. He takes no shit. If I do get in my head, he'd snap me right out of it. He just got to say 3 words, and I'm like, okay,
Good.
He's a great coach. He's great. I like him. Yeah.
I mean, I've been friends with Patrick 10 years or more. I forget, maybe longer. And and he's really he's a really, really close friend of mine, and I've had conversations by text and by voice notes about you. Because I said, you're working with Keon. Like when he first, I said, working with Gasp, fantastic. I said, my God, the combination of you two working together. I'm excited about this, And he, like you said, he has, and I can vouch for the fact that he does have a lot of belief in you. Like he really believes that you have what it takes to be, the best 212 on the planet.
Yeah, I believe in myself too. That's all that really matters.
Yeah.
I believe it, and we got the plans this year, and I can't wait to make it happen, man. But Patrick is a great fucking coach. If anybody wants to work with Patrick in the future, be ready to diet your fucking ass off because it ain't easy.
When he said he'd really dropped the food and went a lot of cardio, he's like, yeah, he's like you said, he's serious.
Yo, he hits it hard. Because Patrick really focuses. He's a conditioning guy. He really puts that conditioning. So yeah, it's tough, but I like working with him compared to all the other coaches I work with, and he learned my body so fast after the Tampa Pro.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what we can do in the future.
Good. It's funny because I wrote an article about Sean and Kamal. Basically, the title of the article was put to me saying, look, there's a two-person battle for the Olympia. And it went out, I think, around the time of the Olympia. And I asked Patrick to contribute. And so he sent me a voice note, which I transcribed. And he said, yeah, Sean and Kamal, great. He said, but I think I've got them. I'll take a picture and I'll send it to you. But he said, no, he said, guys, watch out for Keon. He said, I'm telling you. He said, he's coming in beautifully. He says, I believe this kid can do what it takes to kind of, really, get in between and maybe beat, Sean and beat Kamal, So it was nice because I was expecting him to just talk about those two guys, but he brought your name and he was like, no, look, this is the guy that can give them trouble.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we was super confident for this show. I do wish I was compared more next to Sean and Kamal. I do wish they could actually move everybody around in all places.
Yeah.
A little bit more fair to really get a better comparison. Mm-hmm. I feel like I can expose, a couple of those people with my certain shots and muscularity. But, like I was talking to Patrick and talking to my girlfriend and stuff, like at this point, I'm going against age and maturity,
Yeah.
I think my condition was top 4, top 5, top 3, hell. It's just those guys just have way more maturity than I do.
Yeah.
They have density. So for me, it's just time.
Yeah.
It's just a matter.
That's right. So, Keon, what's next for you then, mate?
I'm not sure what's next, man. I don't have any shows planned. Just really taking it day by day, meal by meal, just trying to see what we're going to do after off season. So I think once I come back from Sweden, we'll have a game plan and see what we want to do as far as prep. Nice. But I have no shows in mind yet. Even though it's not many shows in a 212 in the U.S. I think it's just Texas, Tampa, and Chicago. That's it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Have Pro no more, apparently, I heard. Mm-hmm. They got New York Pro. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's just 4 212 shows. So it's going to be very, very stacked this year.
Yeah.
Very stacked. So it's going to be fun. So we'll see what we do, man.
Yeah. It's gonna be exciting. Well, I'll have a good chat with you in Sweden anyway, because like I said, I messaged Michael Johansson this morning. I said, Mike, I can't wait to come out because the Gasp team, they really look after everyone. They make it like a proper experience, don't they? They want you to go home with full of memories and experiences, and because I think that's how they've built their teams and had everyone so loyal, because they just make it so special, don't they?
Yeah, man, Gas is one of those teams where, like, if you're a really good athlete and you bring a lot of value to them, I mean, they will keep you forever, even after. They're one of the few companies that will keep you when you're not bodybuilding no more.
Branch,
Guy, Johnny, so I don't see no team better, and they make you feel like family. Mm-hmm. I mean, what other clothing brand, goes to other countries and stay there and do guest poses?
Yeah.
Really can't name any of them.
Yeah. And I mean, when I'm not in my suits, mate, I literally live in Gasp. It's
the best freaking clothes on the planet. And then Gasp is clothes where you can wash it and dry it 1,000 times and then keep it for years.
Yeah. I finally got one of those orange writing hoodies, the Relentless hoodies.
Which hoodie?
The black one with the heavy one with the orange writing and the orange skull on the back.
Oh yes.
I saw one of the backstage guys wearing them at the show last year, and I said, Michael, please. And he says, well, what we're going to do, we're going to put an individual number. We're only going to make it limited edition. I was like, oh no. And then he just sent me one out of the blue about 6 months ago, and I was so happy.
Those jackets are like $230, $240 online.
Yeah, beautiful.
Very expensive. Yeah, man, that jacket will last you forever. So take care of it.
Yeah. Derrick, before we let Keon go, is anything you'd like to ask him?
Listen, I'm rooting for you because you're obviously you're 5. How tall are you? You're 5 foot.
I'm 5'5".
5'5". So you're roughly the same height as me. I'm 5'5.5", and I'm rooting for this. The 212 guys, because if I was a pro myself, I'd be in the 212. So. Good luck and stick to your plan and go for it, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I really appreciate your support and kind words.
Yeah, man. No problem.
Keon, I'm going to let you go, mate. But thank you so much. I was so happy when you messaged me back yesterday and you said, let's do it, man. I was like, yes, finally. Because remember you said, I think you were in like you said, you like to hide away pre-contest. And you said, no, man, I'll pass. I think you were just in your zone. And I thought, okay, fair enough. But you replied, you didn't ignore me. So I'm really glad I got you on, mate, because I've really enjoyed this conversation, and I do really rate you, mate, and I really do believe you've got a very, very, very solid career, and I think you're just going to keep moving forward, mate, these next few years. I really do.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. That's the goal, and for sure, let's definitely chop it up again. We'll talk a lot in Sweden, obviously. I'll be there for the. So let's get another interview in before the prep starts, and maybe I have a plan. Maybe I announce it. Who knows?
Oh, okay. Announce it on the show. Come on. I'm thirsty for the views.
That's what we want.
Yeah. Awesome, mate. Awesome. Right, Keon Pearson, thank you so much for coming on MD Globe Muscle, mate. And I look forward to seeing you on stage, 240, looking fucking incredible in Sweden.
Thank you, man. See you later. Appreciate you for having me.
Take care, then, mate.
Okay, God bless.
Okay, guys, it is hot news time for Season 5, Episode 21 of MD Globe Muscle. And we have Derrick Clarke back in the studio again. Say hello, Derrick.
Hello there, everybody.
And we've got the mic turned up properly this week.
Yeah.
It's actually too dark to have, because last week, obviously, we had the camera with Lauren. She was obviously our producer last week. But it's too dark, actually, in here. So Derrick's kind of looking, he's in the shadows right now, like Batman.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to turn that camera on him. So it's not we're trying to, hide you away or anything, Derrick.
No.
We love you, mate. We love you.
You can hear me.
So obviously we are 1 week out from the Arnold Classic. Very, very exciting show. Derrick, tell me your favourite ever win of the Arnold Classic, favourite ever physique.
Oh, the win of the Arnold Classic. Oh, blimey.
Come on, think about right from 90. The first Arnold Classic was 89, won by Rich Kaspari. So come on.
See, I'll be rooting for the short class guy. So.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, it's got to be a shorty for me because we're just under tall.
Sean Ray.
Sean Ray. I'm afraid.
I thought you were going to say Flex Wheeler.
He's good, yeah. Good choice, but no, I'm still rooting for the short guys.
Fair enough. Yeah, because I think he's actually. hang on, which Gaspari was pretty short because he's like 5'8".
Yeah, Gaspari.
Sean Ray's 5'7". I had an argument once with Sean Ray when I was 15 years old at Andrula Blanchette's, and remember Ian Dow?
Yeah.
At their gym. I went to see Sean Ray in a seminar after the 91 Olympia, and I had an argument about how tall he was. And I said, no, you're 5'8". It was like a meet and greet afterwards, at this place, we're having some food and stuff. And I couldn't believe it because he was eating crisps. And he's like, well, and I said, why are you eating crisps? You're a bodybuilder. And he says, well, the Olympia was like 3 weeks ago. He said, why, and he was drinking Coke. And I was like, but he said, well, I'm not competing anymore. He said, I haven't even trained for 5 weeks. And he just guest posed and looked incredible. There is a point to this story. Anyway, so I said, no, you're 5'8". And he says, no, I'm 5'7". And I said, no, you are 5'8". And he said, sorry, what's your name? I said, my name's Giles. And he says, Giles, I think I know my own height.
Yeah.
And I said to him, but hang on a minute, Muscle and Fitness says you're 5'8". And he went, oh, God.
I remember when he came to Bradford. Did he? He went to he was at the, where did we see him? At the, I think it was.
Not the Georgetown Hall, was it?
No, it was like the Time and Place or something. Oh, cool. It was in a nightclub anyway. It was near the train station.
A seminar?
Yeah, it was a seminar. Yeah,
he's a good seminar when he's really good.
Yeah, he's good. Very, very good talker. Yeah, excellent.
Do you know what he said? Because I had a little tape recorder. Because I was 15 years old. It was 1991. Work out the dates. And I was 50 and I had a tape recorder because I wanted to record the seminar. Because I was as I am now, completely obsessed with bodybuilding. And I said, I think somebody in the audience, I don't think it was me, because I had a really bad, I lost my voice, so I couldn't really ask too many questions. Probably talking too much about bodybuilding. And someone said, what do you think of this Dorian Yates guy? Because that was the year Dorian Yates had just come second at the Mr. Olympia to Lee Haney and like won the prejudging. And, so that was like Dorian had arrived. And he said, man, he says, this Dorian Yates guy, he says, I got a feeling he's going to become a real thorn in my side. Yeah. That's what he said.
And he was.
Yeah, he was.
And he was.
Yeah. Oh, my God. He couldn't have predicted it anymore, could he?
No, couldn't.
Yeah. And then went to another seminar a couple of years later in Cardiff. And they said, what do you think about the British pro Ian Harrison? And he said, man, that guy needs to do some curls, get bigger arms.
No.
Call the fire brigade. Ian Harrison got burned. So anyway, yes. Funny Sean Ray sort of stories. I got some other ones where I worked with him actually at different events and stuff. It was good fun. I've had some good times with Sean actually. Love you, mate. And also he told me at the Olympia, he says, I'm not supposed to be, after my heart surgery, he says, no, you shouldn't be training hard. He says, just go to the gym to exercise. And I said, I'm sorry, it's not happening. But then again, today, doing rear delts, I've really pulled my pec. It really hurts. Like, I'm actually quite a lot of pain at the moment, if anyone's interested. But, anyway, so I said, no, Sean, he says, man, I don't go to the gym to train anymore. I said, I go to exercise. I said, no, I tried that for the first couple of months when I came back, and I just got bored.
Yeah, bored, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to go and give it all or nothing, like you were just saying earlier on, you know?
It's all or nothing. Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just doing a bit of cardio at the moment in time, but definitely, I'm just eager to get back.
I've seen you eyeballing the weights, mate. I've seen you.
I'm eyeballing the weights and listening to.
Come on, Derrick.
I guess it's really motivated me to get back on the gear.
Come on, we're very liberal in the UK. We're very open about
gear.
Okay. So it's a British phrase. It means to train.
It's a business train. That's what it means.
To train.
Not train.
Training hard at the moment. Training hard. Anavar give up and eat Clen. Don't choke, Derrick. Don't choke on your chicken, mate. Right, anyway, back to hot news. Obviously, because I like to bring up hot news now, Derrick, because I like to see your reaction to the guys we've just had on, because you've heard their stories. Yep. And this is Mohamed Foda. This was the guy we've just had on. Now, do you see what I mean? How he's like, if you squint, I mean, he's in the mold of Hadi. He's good, isn't he? He is good. What do you think?
Look at the tip of his waist and the flare on his legs.
So he's torn his quads, but you can't tell, can you? Is it this one? This one?
He's torn his quads.
Well, he said, didn't he, in the interview? He said he'd torn his quads.
He did, yeah.
So
if he says one was smaller than the other, his left is probably a little bit bigger than.
Do you know what? I think there's more of a disparity between Hadi's left and right leg. There actually is. And Hadi's, you can see there's a clear difference in size between Hadi's left and his right leg, but I don't really see it too much in this guy's. I think the thing is he's posing with the one leg out anyway.
Yeah, true.
So he's so good, this guy. I think another year or two, and he's working with Hani Rambod. I think he's really going to be something special. Here we are, Ricardo. There's Ricardo who he trains with now. You can train with him for a few weeks. Ooh, so Do you remember when Ricardo won the British finals in 2013?
I can't remember it.
Yeah, he turned pro. That's where he turned pro. And then Nathan D'Asher was there in the audience.
Yeah.
And I took a picture of Nathan D'Asher and I said, this is next year's winner. And the next year, Nathan came back and won
And he won.
Yeah. He
Wow.
was. Nathan sucked down to the heavyweights. He came down to 99 kilos. And he'd lost something like 20 pounds in 1 week. Because a week out, he was like a legit well into the super heavyweights. And then he turned up and his head looked tiny. And he looked incredible. He won the heavyweight, smashed the heavyweights, won the overall. And obviously the rest is history with Nathan D'Asher. But yeah, so there I look, there's training with Mohamed there. There's Mohamed Foda training with Ricardo. Oh, no, that's not Ricardo. Who's this guy? Shaking like a shitting dog, as we say. on the reps on the leg extensions. So what's this gym then? Where's this gym? Dubai. Where is this gym? He was telling us about this amazing gym that's the biggest gym in the world.
Gym in the world. Oh, yeah, it is in the world, isn't it?
Yeah. You look at Ricardo. He's so. I'm telling. He'd be a good person to train with, Ricardo. I filmed him training, and I was exhausted just filming him. Like, he does so much volume, and his energy is unbelievable. So I'm really glad that Mohamed Foda is now training with someone like Ricardo. If you remember Ricardo Correa, he was 9th or 10th in the 2018 Olympia. In his first pro year, he won 3 212 events. It was Chicago. I can't remember the other two. But basically 3 pro wins and top 10 Olympia in his first year as a pro. Wow. And he was one like Kamal that had a load of, we'll say fuckery with being able to get his pro card, because they allowed him to represent the UK at the Arnold Europe. But when it came to give him his pro card by winning the British finals, they said he had a Portuguese passport and they wouldn't give him his pro card. And they kept him hanging on for, I think it was 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and he was doing free guest posings. He was like showing up at all the events, supporting the events. And they were just really giving him the runaround. Oh. Now, of course, in the 2017 split, then they, straight away got his pro card. And I mean, Ricardo, well, my point is, Ricardo basically was held back like Kamal was for several years because of this pro card bullshit. So, I really felt for Kamal. But then, it's great because Kamal, the first pro show he did, he won the Arnold Classic at 46. Ricardo finally gets his pro card when, obviously the Mannion split and the Raphael split, goes and wins 3 pro shows. So there's 2 guys that really should have. Yeah, I mean, Kamal could have been fighting it out with Flex Lewis all those years, 3-4 years because he wanted to turn pro in 2014. He wanted to do the Olympia, which I think he would have been able to get to. He would have won pro shows. And then you had Ricardo, like I said, so he won and won 3 pro shows. So, it proved that split was a really good thing for bodybuilding. That's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but and then Ricardo hasn't really been seen since. I know he's been moved. He's been living in Brazil, and he lived in the UK from 2009 to 2018. Then I think he was living in Brazil. Now he's living in Dubai. So I really would love to see Ricardo back up there because he's like you said, his potential's still unfilled, and I think he's still quite young as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, he must be mid-30s. That's all at maximum, and he's such a talent as well, Ricardo.
It's nothing.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll see Ricardo. He's a great personality as well. In fact, I think I'm going to get him on Global. We tried to get him on when I started Global Muscle back in 2019, and he didn't show up. He had said he had some doctor's blood appointment or something, and I just didn't rebook him because I thought he was messing me around. But I'm going to give you another chance, Ricardo, because I love you, bro. So anyway, let's have a look at this. What do you think, Derek? So there he is with Hani Rambod. This would have been last year. So look at the shape, though. It's pleasing, isn't it? Yeah. What do you think?
Oh, he's broke because his shoulder.
Oh. Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, because it fits on his back.
Yeah. And he said his back is the one body part he needs to bring up. Didn't he? He said that. He said, I've got to bring my back up. I think his back's... Oh, yeah, I could see... Yeah. Could do with a little bit more going on.
From the side, it looked quite thick. Yeah. But, yeah.
It's wide, but it needs... I think his chest and back just needs a bit more oomph. Because honestly, I think he could be another Hadi. I think he's really, really good. I've been rating this guy since 2018, like as I said in the interview, when he was prepped by Patrick Tour, and I really, really do rate this guy. And the thing is, Hani Rambod went to him, so he wouldn't have got, and he doesn't. I mean, he's got a very small crop of athletes. He's got the 1 and 2 Derek Lunsford, Hadi Chupin, the current Mr. Olympia. We are. current Mr. Olympia, and obviously has Chris Bumstead, who looked his best ever. And Mohamed Foda said he didn't use diuretics. He said Hani never uses diuretics.
That's right. Didn't use diuretics.
What the hell?
Wow, and he gets in that kind of condition. That's brilliant.
Fair play to you, Hani. If you can get your guys in that kind of condition, and you're
off to you, 100%.
I mean that's really good for their health, good for their everything. I mean, it's just. I'm really happy to hear stuff like that, and I do believe him.
It's positive, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. This was a photo he said when Andrew Ria. This guy's men's physique. He's huge, isn't he? He was 5th in the Olympia a couple of years ago. This guy's been top 5 Olympia men's physique, and here's Mohamed. So Hani Rambod really believes in Mohamed Foda. So yeah. So like I said, we brought this up last week on MD Globe Muscle Hot News, and. He's bloody brilliant, absolutely bloody brilliant. But I think I'm 29 years old. I think he's just
It's just a baby still, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, look at the potential there. Look at the shape. I mean, another 10, 15 pounds, it would transform him, wouldn't it? And he was top 5 in his first pro show. It was a good lineup. Yeah, it was Samson, Regan, Shaban, and Mohamed El Imam, a fellow Egyptian. So I couldn't believe what they said they get paid in Egypt. What is it, like $200 a month?
$200. Was it a month or something, or a week or something?
Bloody
but it was still low anyway, wasn't it?
It was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So obviously he said, I've moved to Dubai, that's where the money is and the opportunity is, and he seems he's been there for 5 years, he seems very, very happy.
He seems happy.
Yeah. So, so I think that's...
definitely focused anyway. He's definitely focused. He was quite positive with the way he came over.
And he said that Hani Rambod's really helped him with his mindset as well. He says, don't complain, didn't he? Yeah. So let's have a look at this one. A photo or video? Oh, yeah, video. Look at him. He's a tank, isn't he?
Look at that.
Thick as a brick. I don't like those. I can't breathe. Well, I don't like chest-supported T-bows. I find it really hard to breathe.
I liked him.
Do you?
Yeah, I thought you could be trained really strict on him.
Yeah.
And look what he's doing there.
Hang on a minute. This is the gym with the Captain America discs.
All right.
And this is the one. I think this is the gym where Larry Wheels trains. This is where everyone in Dubai trains.
Oh, okay.
It's what's it called? I can't see the name of it. But anyway, so this is the gym that everyone's basically at, and he says it's the biggest gym.
This is the biggest gym in the world.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't look that big, but maybe that's just one room.
One angle anyway.
Room 1 of 20. Yeah. Do you know what I trained in when I was 15? I went to backpacking in America when I was 15 with my training partner. He was 21, and for a month on the east coast of America. And obviously, one of the first things I wanted to do was go find a gym.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe how big the gym was. We went to a world gym in Rhode Island, Providence. And it was 20,000 square feet, and they said it's one of the smallest world gyms.
20,000
square feet, and they said it's one of the smallest world gyms in America. I was like, and honestly, and the thing is, you have to plan your workout out before because there's that many machines. You just end up wandering around looking at all the hundreds of machines. And the thing is, I'd never seen a gym like that before. I was used to like these dusty, rusty gyms in. I mean, when I moved to Newcastle, a rear delt machine was like a luxury.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, real delt machine. I don't have to do dumbbell laterals anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And so I completely I was just wandering around just doing bits of everything because I
trying them out.
It was too much. Yeah. And I don't think it was all leg room, arm room. It was all kind of scattered and mixed in.
Yeah.
But and I remember every time I put my dumbbells down, a guy'd come from nowhere and say, put your dumbbells back on the rack. I said, no, I'm still using them. He says, I don't care. You've got to put them back on the rack.
Oh, wow.
Mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you remember that guy in your gym? And I'd say, Derek, I know they call me Mystic Tiger, and I'm supposed to be psychic, but I believe that this guy I'd say his name, has just been in the gym, and I'm seeing it now. He's just trained back. Do you know what I knew? All the freaking machines have been loaded up, and all the fuck... Because it'd be all loaded up with plates, and I'd be like, all 3 back machines all loaded up with plates, and he'd probably use with shitty form anyway. Oh my God, it used to piss me off, and he'd be like, oh no, he's left all his weights out again. And I was like, yeah, of course he has. So
it's a good thing we had the loads of weight anyway.
Yeah. Plenty of weight. I mean, there was even enough for me there.
Yeah.
So is what I'm saying. Right. Anyway, going to quickly go to Kerrith Bajjo. This was the guy that took 7th place in the Mr. Olympia 212. This was what he looked like right before the Olympia. Look at the eyes. Look at that. You've been to that place, haven't you, Derek? I mean, look. That is a guy that really
he's focused, isn't he?
Yeah. Look at the legs. Look. Good, isn't he?
Yeah.
Granite, absolute granite.
Wow. That's condition for you, man. There.
Yeah, and I think he's I don't know how 2 weeks out or something there. Here he is when he won the Texas. That was where he won his qualification for last year's Olympia. Prepped by Justin Miller, who was the coach of George Peterson. And so anyway, he's been from 8th place at the 2021 Olympia, moved up to 7th place last year. Like I said, I think he missed the mark at the prejudging, but he did look fantastic at the night show, the finals, on the Saturday finals for the Mr. Olympia. So he's obviously, says he wants to do an open show as well.
Yeah.
So I think he's about 206 there, maybe. Because I said he was 202 at the Olympia, I believe. Around about. But so he's still got a few pounds to play with before he hits the
got some headroom, hasn't he? He's got some headroom to grow.
And he's very complete.
He's complete.
Yeah, and he's not suffering. He's not suffering to make 212.
No,
he's not losing anything.
No.
So let's have a look at his back.
Nice
look at
guy,
this.
no.
Yeah, you liked him.
Really
He's
nice
cool,
guy,
isn't he? Yeah, very friendly guy.
Mm-hmm.
Here he is. This was from the 20. Oh, this is from the Olympia prep. Look at that. Awesome, isn't he? So he's obviously going for the New York Pro, Kerrith. So we're rooting for him to get the win because he's been 8th, 3rd, and now he's obviously, the thing is, the New York Pro, he said there's a real local pride. There's a real thing about a lot of the New York bodybuilders do the New York Pro. I know it sounds like an obvious thing, but sometimes you don't get but there's a lot of local pride in local athletes doing the New York Pro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously you get competitors from all over the world.
Yeah.
But there's a lot, some of the, what was it? What's the guy? Cookie guy. I forgot his name now. Oh, I forget. Basically that's what I'm saying. Yes, it looks good there. It looks really, really good. Really, really good. Yeah. Hang on, let's have a look. Let's have a look at one more. A couple more. Let's have a look at some training stuff. Anything you want to look at in particular, Derek? Oh, this is what he had on the day of the show to pick me up, because obviously he's sponsored by Redcon.
Oh, the Redcon. Yeah, you mentioned the Redcon drink because he said they had a bit of a flu, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, also, very good interview with Aaron Singerman in the latest Muscular development out with Hadi on the front cover. Read it yesterday, and I actually messaged Aaron Singerman to say, mate, it's fantastic, because he went to jail. Right. Selling pro hormones, and which a lot of companies were doing, and he was looking at 5 years in jail, and they let him out after about a year.
Oh, right. Okay,
so he cost him about $3 million to get him out.
Wow. Yeah.
big legal team. Yeah. But hearing the story firsthand as well, written by Ron Harris, of course, the online editor and senior writer of MD. Really good interview, actually. It was good. It put a lot of rumours to bed for me anyway, because obviously you know what the industry's like. People chatter. Yes. Oh, we got out early. Oh, you know basically what people, what they're saying. So, so it was good to read. So give that a check. And the latest issue of MD. Let's have a look at one more. There he is with his lady. Nice. Obviously said she kicks his ass when he needs it. But let's have a look at one more. And we will keep a close eye on Kerrith's progress as he comes into the New York Pro, because that's that'd be a big win. That's a badge of honor for him to win that.
Definitely.
You know? Yeah. So cool guy. Nice to get him on back on for an update interview. Always very friendly, very easy to work with. He's a real pleasure to interview. Yeah. And just like I said, it's a really good experience every time I speak to him. It was nice to meet him at the Olympia as well with Justin Miller. He spotted me having breakfast and said I was taller than I thought. I was taller than he thought. So right, okay. Then I'm going to go to the Prodigy, Keon Pearson. Here's another guy in his 20s, Derek. He's only, how old is he? He's late 20s. Was he mid 27, 28, something like that? But look at this, Derek. This is how he's looking now. So look at this. This guy's a 212. Look at the lines. Now look at this frontal bicep. Look at that.
That's incredible, isn't it?
He's incredible. He's awesome, isn't he? I mean, look at the shape. Look at the shape. So yeah, because he was classic and then he switched to 212. And here's another guy well under the 212 limit as well, Derek. So something going on.
Yeah, it's all right.
Just press the capture thing. You'll be all right. So we're still recording. It's fine. Yeah. So it looks really good. Working with Patrick Tour, put on a lot of size, and I mean, he got 6 plates.
How tall is he?
He's not tall. He's not tall.
He doesn't look tall. But I mean, it's certainly packed.
212s are typically 5, 6 and under.
Yeah.
You know, especially if they've got that level of muscle. But like I said, it's hard to believe that Keon is actually well under the limit. So I mean, he is bloody awesome. Bloody awesome. Look at that shape. Great poser as well. Beautiful poser. He was guest posing in Sweden last year at the NPC Sweden show because he's obviously, I don't know if he still is, but he was one of the Gasp team members. Is he? No, obviously working with Patrick Tour, who helped set the interview up. So thank you, Patrick.
Wow.
Yeah, very impressive. I mean, there's people.
I'm impressed with him.
But people think he could win the 212 Olympia, and but you've got guys like Kerrith now and Keon, and so it's let's have a look at him. He trains like a savage. I've watched him training actually in a gym in Sweden. Look at him. Here he is. He used to train with Martin Fitzwater.
Oh right, yeah.
So he is still with Official Better Body, so that's good. Andrew Jacked, happy birthday, broski. Birthday back workout with you. So who's this lady here? I don't know her. Is that his girlfriend? Oh, he's 28. He's just turned 28. There you are, look. 28 the other day.
Wow.
God. Yeah, see, another T-bar row guy.
Yep, I love that machine too. Yeah.
I do like it. I like the one in your gym.
Yeah.
I like the one in your gym. That was good. Yeah. So let's have a look on the legs. I don't like these power squats. I've never been into them. I just feel it in my butt.
The one that I had, I altered the foot plate.
Yeah.
And I think that's facing downwards, isn't it?
To the mic.
That one's facing downwards, isn't it?
It's like the angle. It's a funny angle, isn't it? He's taking it out.
Yeah.
Is that flat or is that inclined?
That's the back is up. The back is up. I think that's how I had altered mine to be because I think that's how it should be.
Okay. It's got good depth.
Not the front end up.
Do you know what? He's got good depth, mind.
Yep.
Good depth.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got how many plates on there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I can't see. It's about 7, 8 plates.
Yeah.
He's filled. I mean, he's filled it and he's filled the machine. So good deep reps there, mate. I like to see that. We like to see good form. So there you are. Like I said, this kid is one of the real kind of like the big names in the 212. One of the kind of guys that maybe next year or even a year after, is really going to be giving Sean. He's going to be next to Sean Clarida. I mean, he's got he's got shape. He just needed to get better conditioning in previous years. But that seems to be getting better. Now he's working with Patrick Tour. He was definitely in his best condition yet at the Olympia where he took 6th place. But there's still room for improvement. He can still get get that drier, more detail. Maybe it comes with muscle maturity, but he will just.
Well, he's got time. As I said, he's only 28.
Yeah, well, he's making improvements. He's moving forward.
Yeah.
So, and I like his shape, and I like his it's good, great physique. There he was when he was classic. Who remembers this and what year? I think he was only like 20, 23, 24 there. 23. Look at the arms.
The arms, aren't they?
I think he was natural there.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he was natural. Yeah, that was when when he did the Arnold Classic in 2018. I'm sure it was 2018. And then he kind of went the non-natural route. 2 months later did the New York Pro and looked a lot. I mean, within 2 months.
Yeah.
Unbelievably. So I do believe that. So I mean, obviously the guy's got such raw talent.
Good future. Good future.
Good future. Working hard, training hard. Got a good coach, good sponsors.
Yeah.
There he is with a legend, mate.
Oh,
Flex Wheeler. Do you like Flex Wheeler?
Yeah, I certainly do.
Yeah, he's awesome, isn't he?
Yeah, his physique was just amazing.
Look at Keon. I love you. I want to be just like you, Dad. I love you.
Wow.
Yeah, awesome. Flex Wheeler's just seen something he was a bit shocked by there, looking there. Let's have a look at this picture. This is a good one. See, this is what he looked like at the Olympia. So yeah, that's definitely the best Keon, but we, like I said, the best is very much yet to come from this young guy.
Exactly.
So the next couple of years, I think Sean Clarida's Sean Clarida is probably keeping a very close eye on these kind of up and comers because they are coming up fast. You know,
coming up fast.
So and there we are. Look
at 28.
Look, Kerrith and Keon.
Oh yeah.
So our 2 guests we just had on this episode. So who takes that one, Derek? Who takes that shot? Come on.
For me, it'd be, him, definitely. One on the
him?
right.
What do you mean?
What's his name?
Him. Who's him? Come on, speak.
The one with the hair.
So you think Keon wins that one?
Keon wins
I tell you what, I'm going to give this one to Kerrith. No, go on, it's fine. We'll do one. You root for your guy.
Keon.
Okay.
On that shot anyway, definitely.
Yeah. So, right. Anyway, okay, then, like I said, I just want to give a quick mention to Keon there because he's a fantastic bodybuilder. Right. I know this is getting ridiculous now, but like for 6 months now, Derek, I've been bringing up bloody Samson every week. And I'm sure people aren't sick of him. People love Samson. People can't get enough of Samson. And I know, and I trying to focus on other athletes, but he keeps doing these incredible updates. And Derek, I want you to see this. This is right. This is the difference between 1 week out from the Olympia, 11 weeks ago, to 1 week out now from the Arnold Classic. Have a look at this. Look at this. And look at the difference. This is 10 weeks difference. I mean, look how much harder he is now. Look how much more separated. Look when he really squeezes everything. Look at the hamstrings, the glutes, the back. But look at the difference in 10, 11 weeks. Look at that.
Wow.
It's incredible. I mean,
it just keeps on improving, doesn't it?
Derek, he's made his Olympia look. I mean, if we were talking 1 week out, obviously, the last week peaking protocols and everything. But I mean, look at the improvements he's making and the strides he's making. It was 270 at the end of 2021. Then he went to 280 at the Arnold Classic in last year, and then 294.6 for the Olympia. And I mean, and now he's more going for the dryness, the condition. Look at that. Look at the skin on his glutes and everything. Great. It looks grainy now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It looks good, doesn't it?
It's the kind of look I wanted, but I could never achieve.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? I mean, that you obviously this guy has been. I mean, he's just been grinding since the Olympia.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So, the cat's back.
Yeah,
she's back. Hopefully that other cat from been attacking him. Salem. Lauren names all the cats, even if they're not our cats. That black cat that came and attacked her, she calls him Salem. Out of, is it Charmed or one of those silly, what's that, Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
Oh, right, that one.
Yeah. Well, there's a bit of an age gap between me, Lauren. So, right, anyway, I just wanted to show that one quickly because, like I said, that blew me away. I want to quickly bring up Sean Clarida because, again, this guy is blowing me away as well. 1 week out for the Olympia, he was 184. I think he competed at 178. 1 week out from the Arnold Classic, he is now 192 pounds. And bearing in mind, he's like 5'1", Derek. He's like 5'1". He's tiny, but look at the size.
Look at the meat, what he's got on his back.
It's insane.
You can't pack any more muscle.
I know. And he said, I messaged him the other week and he said, I want this bad. He's going to the win. He's going for the win. I mean, this is the current 212 Olympia champion jumping into the Arnold Classic with the open guys against Ramy, Samson, Nick Walker, William Bonac. I mean, this guy literally fears no one.
He's not going to look out of place.
No.
He's not going to look out of place.
Yeah. And obviously got Kamal coming in, who's going to be 10 pounds heavier than he was at the 212, so he's going to be looking good as well.
Yeah, see, I like Kamal.
Kamal's awesome, isn't he?
I like Kamal.
Did we bring him to your gym?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we brought him to your gym, that's right.
Lovely guy.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool. He wasn't training though, was he?
No, he wasn't training, but this just his presence was enough.
Yeah, it's awesome. So like I said, I wanted to show that one quick update as well from Sean Clarida. It looks absolutely amazing. And I'm really excited to see how he compares to the really big guys, Andrew Jack and Samson and Ramy and, Nick Walker. So it'll be interesting to see how these, these
good things on the back. Oh, from top to bottom.
He's got major meat on there.
Oh, he's carrying some meat.
Right.
Wow.
Cool. Quickly go on to Bodybuilders Without Borders. I've completely forgotten why. I think it was because of Samson, but I think we've already looked at him. So, yeah, this was the picture of Ramy I was telling you about. And they were trying to put it out as an update, but someone said, no, that's Ramy from Dennis James's house last year.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
okay.
So they're, so I don't know. We spoke to Mohamed Foda there and he said that Ramy's looking big and, but that's his friend. He's not going to say anything other than good things about him.
Yeah.
So this was a bit of a red herring, this one. He's got one of our lights lit. Like we got here.
Yeah. Come on, Ramy. Come on, you can do it, man.
Oh, the thing is, they're going on about this bloody stem cell. And I think stem cell isn't like a magic wand. It doesn't work like one shot and everything's miraculously healed and sorted. So, there wasn't really... Oh, Justin Shire. I think I'm going to get Justin on again on Global soon because he's now started his prep.
Yeah.
This is the guy I'm really looking forward to seeing when he competes because he turned pro in end of 2021 at the NPC Nationals, going up against Carlos Thomas Jr. I don't know what show he's doing, but I really think this guy's got potential. I know you can't really see too much there because he's carrying a bit of fluff, but I think this guy's got real potential. And he's got potential. He's got a great structure.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much all I wanted to see on there. And also, I had to bring this up, Derek. I do apologize. I know I brought this picture up the other week when I said me and Derek went down to pick Ronnie up. But this is actually where we dropped Ronnie off at Heathrow Airport. And a couple of weeks later, Derek gets a fine for £150. That's about $200, guys. For what basically we were in this, because we were dropping off.
That's right.
We were dropping off Ronnie. As soon as we pulled up, I called for the special assistants. They didn't come. 10, 15 minutes later, I called them again. And then eventually they said, we'll send someone. And then a few minutes later, I think we were about 20 minutes there.
Yep, about 20 minutes, if that.
The wheelchair was outside of the car.
Yep.
Ronnie was sat in the car waiting. And because obviously we were too long in the short stay, but we were only there too long because
we were waiting for the porter to come. Because
freaking the special assistants, obviously because Ronnie's in a wheelchair, that's why so that's why we got fined. So thank you, Heathrow Airport. Really appreciate that. Yeah, that's I'm gonna have to live on bread and water for the next month now. So I'm pissed off about that, to be honest, Derek.
Yeah, definitely, I was anyway when I saw the letter.
It's like, are you kidding me? We were only there because we were waiting for the special assistants that took so long to come. So anyway, that's my tiger rant for the week there, guys. So basically that is it for this latest episode. So I hope you've enjoyed it. And please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And also check out the latest issue of Muscular Development. Really good one. Got a Samson Dowder article in there called Most Improved Bodybuilder of 2022. The Aaron Singerman interviews in there. That's really, really good. And some other great features as well, written by, obviously, our main man, Ron Harris. And and that is it. Big thank you there to Derrick Clarke for standing in once again for Lauren.
Good to be here.
Yep.
Glad to help.
Thank you, Derek. And also, Derek's come back next week as well, because obviously we've got an in-studio guest, and we're going to do a bit of an Arnold Classic special. You'll wait and see, because it's going to be really, really good. I can't wait for that. Very excited. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. And that is it, guys. Okay, then. Once again, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. And ladies and gentlemen, we are out.
Bye.